हम्म, हो गया स्टार्ट और ये भी हो गया स्टार्ट. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Let's get started. Forum Datani. Forum ji, go ahead. Forum. Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Anji, go ahead, please.
Sorry, Rajiv ji. Hi. Thank you so much for doing the call. We have actually spoken before, and I'm back.
जी जी बिल्कुल.
um, so just to like give you a quick review so far,
हम्म.
I was on my H1B, and like my contract ended in December. My grace period for H1B ended in February, on 10th of February. Before that, on the 5th, I filed for a B2 visa offline and sent the paperwork to USCIS in mail. In mail, I got rejected for that B2 without filing due to a payment error, and I got to know about it on the 17th. That's when I received the notice in mail, and I filed again on the 18th, which was outside my grace window. Right now I am trying to figure out, so now my like 150 days past the grace period for H1B will end in August. I am trying to figure out whether it is worth it to hang back here until then in hopes to receive the B2, or whether it is taking too long and it is not worth the hassle and it is better to exit the country.
So the time that you have to worry about is 180 days. Okay. And technically you are deportable, but
Okay.
government usually has not been deporting people.
Right.
1 second. Khyati ji, if you can't raise your hand, don't worry. I'll call on you at the end of the meeting. Okay. So 180 days, if you count from the day after the day you stopped working,
Mm-hmm.
you should just focus on that. And if you are not able to resolve the B2 by that time, I don't think you have a choice.
Right.
I think you'll have to leave. There is no way you should risk 3 year bar. Okay.
Right. But like, what is the current situation with the B2 visa? Is it working out for people? Is it
Now, I'm advising people to file B1. Uh, we have one one B1, a B2, and
Mhm.
lost two people came to us during their RFEs. The
Right?
cases that we have filed so far have been getting approved.
Okay. And what is the general turnaround time for these, like that you have
Too
observed?
long. I can't predict how long, but some of them are taking more than the time you asked for, so more than 6 months.
Right. But there are some that are not.
Some that are not, yes.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Rajiv ji. I think that's it. But if I have anything else, I'll stay until the end of the meeting and get back to you.
No
Thank you
problem.
so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye
Meghna ji,
bye.
go ahead. Meghna.
Morning, sir.
Morning ji.
I spoke with you last week about my case.
Right.
Basically, I had applied for B2 from H1 in October last year,
Ji.
and my B2 was due to expire in April, but I received an RFE for which I have a deadline day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I filed for my B2 extension on April 14th, and my B2 RFE response is tomorrow. So I had gotten a lawyer for my B2 RFE, but I'm not sure what kind of response is expected on the RFE because from what I see from others and online, I see that the RFE is supposed to be detailed to the point and add in a lot of evidence supporting your case.
Yes.
Uh, the statement my lawyer is providing is very generic and kind of like a revised statement from my previous RF, like the B2 application.
See,
So I'm
hold
not
on.
sure.
It's not fair for me to judge somebody's work without knowing what they're doing. Okay. But just speaking in generalities, every concern raised in the RFE should be addressed. Okay.
Got it. Yes, sir,
And
I agree to it. I'm
yeah.
not like pulling the lawyer down. What I'm trying to say is, like, there is a bunch of evidence that I got a draft from Claude,
Mm.
and it links to evidences and it addresses the nuances of my case. For example, my mom was here in September, so it uses that as, yes, so basically, I could not prepare for departure. I don't know whether it's a communication or a timing issue. I'll just have to tell you, take my word for it. The letter that the lawyer's given me is generic and it goes through at a high level. But the thing is, I don't know whether like I
When
should go
is
with the
when
lawyer
is your deadline?
tomorrow.
I can't help you. If you had a little bit more time, I could have given you a consultation, reviewed your papers, but you don't have enough time. All I can tell you is it's so difficult to make a judgment in these cases. Um, trying to think of the best way to do this. Okay, let's look at the possibility of approval. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Thank you, Palan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you filed the initial B2, did you mention that you were going to look for a job?
So in the letter, I mentioned that I know B2 is not for job search and I don't intend to do it. So I
Okay,
mentioned that job search, but I didn't say that I'll be looking for a job.
okay. So the cases that I have won and the cases that I file have all uniformly said, I'm going to look for a job, but I won't begin a job until I get my H1B approval. And
Okay.
two, um, I have enough money to support myself without having to work without authorization. Okay. So what does that tell me? That tells me this is a case that's going to be difficult to approve. Did they raise issue of job search in the RFE?
No, the issue they raised is that my reason was very generic. I gave three statements:
Okay.
personal affairs, travel, and take care of health. So, because it was wide, they wanted more evidence on what exactly I was doing in the past 6 months. They didn't bring up the job search in the
Okay.
RFE.
So you should respond to the RFE, and if the lawyer is not doing it, use your common sense. That's what I would recommend. I mean, even if you have paid somebody else, and I mean, it's obvious to me if you don't respond to every factor raised in the RFE, you have a chance of denial, greater chance of denial than a generic letter. Again, I haven't seen the letter. I don't know what the case is, but if you are a reasonably intelligent person, which you are, there's nothing. It's just reading English and responding. RFEs tell you exactly what they want you to give. If you give what they ask you to give, and at least your chances will be better. Okay.
Does the number of pages matter? Because I have 15 pages worth.
Yeah, I don't measure the worth of a case with the number of pages.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll give you an example. We had a lengthy RFE in a case where we had 1700 pages of evidence, EB1A case,
okay,
1700 pages. And I had an approval in a case where I had only 13 pages.
okay.
So who knows? All right.
Makes sense.
All
I'll
the
write
best,
back if I
Navneet.
have any questions, sir.
Ji, all the best.
Thank
Sunit ji, go ahead. Sunit?
Rajiv ji, namaste. Can
Oh,
you hear
yes.
me?
I can.
So I have my employer, ex-employer, he filed my I-485 application and he laid me off before 180 days completion. So after that, I came out and I had a new job offer from a different new employer. They filed the H1B transfer within the 60 days grace period and other things. But on 188th day, that means very recently, I got my green card and that happened when I had a valid offer letter in my hand from the new employer and before he could file the I-485J. But right now this offer says that I have remote facility. I don't have to travel to that new, I don't have to relocate to the new state and other things. but market is pretty brutal. So I just wanted to know for how many months should I work to make sure that my for I-485 case and other things are valid during my N-400. Like, is there any specific restriction of how many months I need to work with this employer who gave me the offer letter and who could not file it because it was too fast while they're still working on the paper
I
485J.
think there are a couple of things I would want you to do. Number one, you should send in your 485J anyway and say, we were about to file it and you approved the green card. Nevertheless, we would like to put this on the record. Okay. The government is never going to respond. They're probably going to throw it away. But you should have proof of sending it. And sometimes, believe me, if you end up ever in court, sometimes these small things can save you.
So I
Okay.
need to fill up the 485J and send it still nevertheless.
File it anyway. And they're going to
File it.
probably just throw it away. Okay. So that's all right. I want them to throw it away. I don't care. You've done your job. Number one. Number two, look, nobody can guarantee how long a job will last. I'm aware of at least two cases from back about 50 years back where somebody got a green card through their employment, came into the United States with the green card, and realized the employer was lying to them. This was not the kind of job that they wanted to do. So they never joined. USCIS tried to take away their green card, and court said no. The employee was willing to take the job. What can he do if there is no job, or at least not the job that he was promised? So, my takeaway from that is simply this. Um, if you have done everything you could to get the job and keep it, the fact that the job ceased to exist, I don't think anybody can take away your green card. And
Meaning,
if the government came after it, they would lose in court.
but this employer has not yet given me the official joining date yet. He has the offer letter, everything valid for me. His team was and is working on the 485J still.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to make sure that this green card will
Yeah,
not be.
so it's a little bit, right now your situation is quite fuzzy. Um, I can't really, I can't really tell you what will happen because we don't know where you are in the scheme of things. But the way I would interpret this situation, as long as you join a job that is same or similar to what you were going for in your green card, you should be well protected in my view. Hi Aditya ji, I see you. Thank you for joining. By the way, guys, Aditya Padate joined us today. He's going to just help me streamline, if we can, our conversations so that we can provide better help to people, maximum number of people. Aditya ji, welcome. All right,
So,
going
so
going back to what we were saying. So I think you are reasonably well protected if you look for a job and find a job in your own area, which was the job in your POM labor certification. Okay.
understood, Ji.
One second, guys. I have to stop admitting people because anyway over 60 I can't handle. It's a 2 hour conversation with 60 people. So I'm going to just close. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Host tools, lock meeting. I'll admit the people who are already here. Okay, we are good to go. So you got it, Aryanji? Who was I talking to? Aryan, I was talking to you, right? Hello.
Sunit.
Sunit. Oh, this is Sunit. You're talking to Sunit
Sunit.
actually.
Okay, so I was
So,
talking to you.
so Ji.
ने
So,
शक्ल दिखा दी शुभम सिंह ने. Okay. अच्छा. So, I think this is a fuzzy situation. As the situation develops, just come back and talk to me.
So as of now, when the new employer, the one who gave me the offer letter, the moment he gives me the date to join the company, I'm safe to join them. But if he lays off, or maybe if he just sets up new rules or something saying that you have to relocate from the new state and other things, within 1 or 2 months, can I resign that job and again look for a job
Uh,
in my own?
Again, what I told you was if the I think you should be careful with that in this environment, with this government. I would rather feel more comfortable if you come and talk to me when the situation actually develops. I don't want to write an essay on what could happen. All right?
Ji.
All the best.
Thank you, Ji.
You're welcome, Ji. Aryan Ji, are you available? You're connecting to audio. Aryan? Okay. Kunal Ji, go ahead.
Hello.
Kunal. Aryan, is that you?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Rajiv
Are
ji?
you the Aryan connecting to audio? You are logged in twice?
No, I was not able to join using the computer audio, so I used my
Acha.
phone to
So
join for the
there
audio.
is, okay, you are, so all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is like, I am currently on my STEM OPT right now, and I just missed the 18-month validation report deadline. I'm working for the same employer, everything is the same, but I did contact my DSO as well, and they are also not able to like make any changes to my service record or anything. And they just said I'll have to wait for the 24-month reporting. So in order to like update those details, and so just wanted to like know if what are my possible
I'm not
options
sure
related to that.
exactly what, I'm not sure what the school procedures are, but here is what you can do. Um,
Hmm.
Actually, SEVIP is quite helpful. Have you ever called SEVIP? SEVP?
No.
Okay. So if you just Google um,
Hmm.
contact SEVIP, SEVP,
Okay.
a 703 number will pop up, which is in my neighborhood. Um,
Okay.
and I think they're open till 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. You
Okay.
call them up
Uh-huh.
and you explain to them the problem.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if they're not able to assist you. At least they'll be able to guide you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All the
And
best. Yeah.
this this won't lead to like any
No,
severe
I can't predict the
consequences or
future.
any.
I don't have that capacity.
Yeah.
But at least you should be able to find out there's something you can do about it right now rather than wait. All right.
Okay.
All the
Sounds
best.
good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rajiv.
Take care. Please put your hand down. Okay.
Yeah.
Kunal ji,
Yeah.
go ahead. Kunal.
Hi, Rajiv sir. Thank you for the call. So my question is, I need to transfer my employer, like I need to change my employers. But my current employer, they are not giving me the documents, like the approval notice for the H1B and everything. So, like, how should I do the transfer?
Okay. So this is a difficult situation. Here is what happens. When you get 797A as in Apple, the approval notice,
Yeah,
the top one-fifth is supposed to be the employer's property. The original belongs to the employer.
got it.
Okay. But the bottom, the I-94 is your property.
Yeah,
They have to give it to you.
okay.
Okay. So again, depending on how tough you want to get with these guys,
Mhm.
uh, you can say, I'm going to complain to ICE, I'm going to complain to the Department of Labor, and I'm going to call the local police. You're holding on to my property.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
At least with the I-94, you will be able to do a transfer. Now, that's one thing. And do it in writing if you can, and share it with your lawyers who are doing the H1B transfer.
Okay,
I have been able to do H1B transfers just by the with the company name, employee's social security number, um, and it worked out fine.
okay.
And we
So
explained
I
the situation that we can't get a copy.
got it. And I have the receipt number as well. Would
That
that be
helps.
helpful?
That helps tremendously.
Okay. So what I was planning to do is like at least I'll try to get one document that is the approval notice, the I-797A using FOIA if I were to get it from the USCIS website.
They
And
won't
if
give it.
I
They won't give it as a part
I
of
know
the
it's
document. It's
it's
okay.
it's
Go
a
ahead.
hunch that I'm just trying to do,
Yeah,
but I just wanted to
it doesn't cost you anything. You
yeah,
can.
yeah.
But
So
don't depend on it as your
no,
mainstay.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's like
it's
a
it's
backup
it's like
plan.
I'm just trying to have some backup options or something.
Yeah,
Like to have something on my hand if plan A doesn't work out, then at least plan B or something or the other. But I just wanted to make sure that I'm taking the correct steps over here.
yeah, I think you're doing the right thing. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
All the best. Hey guys, we've
Thanks.
got about 10 people in the waiting room. I have already 65 people here. That's more than what I can handle in 2 hours. Okay. Sorry, guys. Next time, just come a little early. Okay. Around 10, about 12, 12:15. Just 12:15 is good. Sangeeta Gupta. Sangeeta ji, go ahead.
Rajiji, I'm here, Dr.
Hello.
Aditya, to for the
Aha, I
feedback.
said I said hello to you. I said you're here
Yeah, yeah,
and
yes.
I welcomed you.
Uh,
And thank you for being here and trying to help.
sure.
I
Abs-
appreciate your presence. Just drop me an
absolutely.
email. Think about what we can do better. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm here to just give positive feedback. How, sorry guys, I'll just take a couple of minutes how Rajiv ji has helped us. Just before we worked like 3 weeks ago with Rajiv ji. So the situation was my brother, it's for my brother. So he got laid off from a company, Fortune 500 company. And then there was a government shutdown. He has to move to B2 visa. Then that B2 got an RFE and he got another offer from a very big company. And now they also applied his H1B in the meantime from B2 to H1 transfer. And even that got an RFE saying, show the proof of B2 so that we'll approve the H1. It was a very tricky situation. I'm telling you guys, we reached out to 10 attorneys. We paid 450, 400 their consultation fees. Nobody took up the case. Finally, we joined this call and we took Raju ji. Raju ji said, I'm super busy, but I was like totally requesting Raju ji to please take up this case. And we have only 2 weeks to handle this. So he has done so well. The B2 got approved and H1B, the Oracle one got approved, like the H1B got approved, So we are all good. And he's starting on Monday with the new job. So thank you, Rajiv.
Well,
Can't express enough
Aditya
thank you
ji,
to you.
I didn't ask you to join for this reason.
Yeah,
I didn't.
but I
You
wanted to.
you volunteered because you thought
Yes.
you could help us with our
Yeah.
processes.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I just want everybody to know this is not supposed to be a
Yes, yes, it
commercial.
is not. I'm already like behind Rajivji from last week, and I was little late last week to join. So this week I joined like little early, and then
Yeah.
I wanted to provide. It's just on a voluntary basis, we got help, and our family is stable now. We were in a great stress for 8 months.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajivji.
So Aditya ji, this reminds me, we
Yeah.
were sitting together, some bunch of lawyers from different areas
Yes.
in an editorial board,
Mm-hmm.
and people were saying, introducing themselves. I'm John Smith, and I practice securities law.
Mm-hmm.
I am Adam Jones, and I practice taxation. And they asked me, "What do you do?" I said, "Well, I'm Rajiv, and I practice peace of mind." And they said, "What the hell does that mean?" I said, "Well, I work with very intelligent, very smart people who are as good in their fields as we are in ours.
Yeah.
Um, and I think when they call me, usually their blood pressure is 180 by 100.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm done talking to them, it's usually down to 70s and teens.
Sure.
So I think our job is truly blessed because we are able to bring blood pressures down.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's very true, Rajivji. Uh,
uh,
but yeah, guys, this is very, very unique situation. None of the lawyers, if you ask ChatGPT or Claude, give me the top 10 attorneys. We went through those lists one by one. 10 out of 10. Nobody has taken the case saying that, this would lead to a denial. And one last point, we track a lawfully app. The people who has submitted 10 applications, out of 10 applications, my brother is the only one who got approval. 9 are denied. I'm not exaggerating. I was totally stunned by seeing the metrics. So that kind of documentation Rajivji has provided. So I highly, highly recommend, guys.
I appreciate that. Not
Yeah.
to worry. Let's move on with the call.
Yeah. Thank you so
Aditya ji,
much.
yeah,
Thank
just
you.
make a note of what we are doing and please drop me a line. I appreciate
Yeah.
your help.
Yeah. I'll do that. Thank you.
Gupta ji, Sangeeta ji, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Good
Hello.
morning. So last week also I joined, so you confirmed me like I was in L2S, and after that I resign, and I just asked whether I can go for the 60 days grace period or not. So you said even L2S is received, but I can avail my 60 days grace period. So that 60 days grace period will end on 31st of May. Right
Okay.
now I got the offer letter from the employer, and they are going to file, and I inform them everything. So what kind of filing I need to ask? H1B transfer or H1B change of status?
Why do you worry about that? That's your lawyer's job. It is a change of status. But you don't have to, you know, I always tell people you don't have to know Faraday's laws to turn on the electricity. Okay. So you press
Okay.
the button and let the lawyer take care of the Faraday's laws. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Sir,
Yeah.
another thing, like if I didn't get the approval before my 60 days grace period, will it be
Oh, Sangeeta ji, the race is to file within 60 days, not to get approved within 60 days.
okay, fine. And last question is, I asked like my kids are in under me, like they are in L2S, and my husband company filed 539, I 539.
Hanji.
So will they continue with my husband or I need to do H4?
No, because if your husband has already changed the kids over to his dependency, they should be fine.
But my husband, like in I 539, my name is there everywhere, not my husband name. I think
Okay,
bundle.
so I think this situation is tricky. I don't remember exactly what the policy in this is. So,
Mm-hmm.
so the idea is I-539 has a main applicant, which is you
Right,
on L2, right? And the kids are under the same I-539, also on
correct.
L2. Okay. So when the top person gets knocked out, do the bottom still remain? I think they do, but I'm not sure exactly what to do. In cases like this, I tend to
Mm-hmm.
err on the side of caution. Although I'll tell you something for your peace of mind. If the
Mm-hmm.
kids are under the age of 18, they don't have to worry about unlawful presence being a bar, even if they
Yeah,
are,
they are
if
under
they,
18.
so even if they go out of status, it's not the end of the world. But I don't want them to go out of status. So talk
Yes.
to the lawyers and see what they recommend. I normally, even if it is a little bit of a waste of money, I prefer to file the case anyway.
You prefer to go in H4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will then ask. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best. All the best. Kumarji, go ahead, Kumarji.
Yes, Rajiv. Namaste. So I'm in STEM OPT second year right now.
जोर से बोलो कुमार जी.
Sorry.
Speak louder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm in a STEM OPT second year. So last year I have a H1B picked up in a 2025. So my employer was filed under the consolation process, but I changed
Ouch.
my
I know
job
about that.
in
Yeah.
2025 June. Then he stopped processing my H1B. Then I moved to the Infosys right now. I do have another H1B pickup in this year. So while filing this H1B, actually, I
You are
do,
still on OPT, Kumar ji.
yes, still an OPT, still
Okay.
on OPT. Uh, so they haven't stopped my payroll after they left the company in the June. So they continued for until the September. Now I see the 3 months of overlap between the joining of the Infosys and the exiting of the older consulting. This situation, how I need to handle.
Okay, 1 second. But you didn't actually work for both companies at the same time.
Yes,
It's just a matter of paperwork, right?
paperwork, but I updated that into the SEBIS as well. So
Yeah.
to avoid the
Don't worry about it. It's not a problem.
it's not a problem. So, but in the OPT, I'm legally allowed to work for the two companies.
You are, but you've got to update your service.
I did, which I did.
So if you are on STEM OPT, you've got to file two 983s.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah, that's not an issue then. Both
So,
companies at least 20 hours each week, more than 20 if you want, but you can
so
do multiple jobs, no problem.
yeah. So, how we need to handle the Infosys? What the explanation
There's
should I need?
nothing to handle by. क्या
Okay.
handle करना है इसमें?
If they ask me what is the overlap on the 3 months between the
You tell the truth.
okay, yeah, that's
सत्यमेव जयते कुमार जी.
okay. And another one more question. While doing my master's, I do have a experience, a real-time experience in the same university, like 1 year of experience that I added in my resume while joining to the Infosys. So they added that into the filing of the H1B as well. Now they are asking for the proof. Is it a CPT or OPT? It is really doesn't comes under the CPT or OPT. It comes under the student working while doing masters 20 hours a week. So how can I support that experience in my H1B documentation?
I'm not sure I understood that. You have some experience in the resume.
While doing my masters, yes. While doing my masters,
And were you working on campus?
Yes, on campus only. It's a, like an on-campus IT job in the IT field of the same university.
So it was allowed by the school, right? No
Yes, it
problem.
was allowed by the school and the
So
government.
then where is the difficulty?
Uh, that I added in my resume, so they wanted to
So
present
why
it.
shouldn't you? That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's not a big deal at all. You're fine.
Okay,
You
right.
see, there are a couple of things here. One, this is irrelevant.
Okay.
If it is relevant and material, you would have to worry about it. So, for
Oh,
example, if you need that experience to qualify for the job.
okay.
Okay. So it doesn't look like a problem to me. All right.
Okay, right. That 3 months overlap could be fine. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about
I
that.
don't see any issue there. All right.
Thank you so much, Rajiv.
All the best.
Yeah.
Rakshit ji, go ahead. Rakshit.
Hi, good
पहले
morning,
तो
Rajiv.
आपने इतना डिफिकल्ट स्पेलिंग रखा है नाम का. It took me a couple of seconds to figure out. This means
But
Rakshit.
yeah,
अच्छा,
that is
tell me.
actually Andrew. Right. So my case is one of the one of the person like we just discussed before. I was on H1B. I got laid off, and I used my 60-day grace period, and after that, I changed my status to B2. Actually, I didn't talk to you before, or I would have done in B1. But anyway, I did it in B2, and I requested it until April 18, which is literally like this Saturday. So
Uh-huh.
now, till now, I was hoping to get a job and get back to H1B. And yeah, by the way, I did mention about the job seeking part in my in the cover letter there, that like I will be going to find a job, trying to find a job, and once I get it, I will be transferred back to H1B, and then I will be working back. So far, I had no job calls and everything. Nothing was working out. So I tried to go through the other way. To like I intended to start a school. So I was going through all the process, and I'm pretty much ready to file my change of status back to F1, even though I'm pending B2. So that is pretty straightforward. But the issue is yesterday, literally like 3 days before the end date, I got the RFE on B2. I actually went to the RFE as well. They were like pretty straightforward situation. Like, they want to check whether I have never violated my immigration status. They want to see the financial
Rakshit ji,
uh
did they ask you about how
job seeking.
B2 is
Yes.
not, B2 doesn't allow you to look for a job? Did they say something like that?
Yeah, they did. They exactly did that. Okay, they
So,
asked me the explanation on that too.
Are you talking about snowflake or are you talking about OAuth or are you talking about MFA?
hey
OAuth can
guys,
also be
hey,
configured two ways.
mute yourself.
OAuth can be configured two ways.
कौन है भाई ये? How do I find
No,
out?
I get that. Username password support is going to be
हाँ,
taken
पासवर्ड
off.
भी बता दो
OAuth is
सबको.
the one
Good
which is
idea.
going to be the only way of authenticating and getting user
अरे
access.
कुमार म्यूट करो यार. All right.
Uh,
Yeah. Anybody want Kumar's password?
No, sir.
अच्छा. तो going back to, देखो ऐसा है कि
uh-huh.
what I'm concerned about is they are getting ready to deny it. Okay.
Okay.
If they deny it, फिर तो आपका F1 भी approve नहीं करेंगे वो लोग.
Makes sense.
Right? So what are the choices? One choice is you respond to the B2 even though you are at the end of the B2 period,
Okay.
and you file the F1 before the B2 is approved, B2 is expired. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think they are both going to get denied.
Okay.
And if the B2 is denied, F1 is still pending, you are running the 180 days.
Right.
Okay. So what should you do? Two options: save your money, go to India, or you want to fight it out. You never know. I personally think these cases should be litigated at some point, because government can use their discretion to deny cases, but they cannot deny for the wrong reasons.
Mhm.
Okay. Discretion means you have the discretion to deny, but discretion does not mean you can deny for the wrong reasons. And to say that B2 doesn't allow looking for a job, and that even though we have archived that page that allowed that, none of that rings true. Okay. So I would even advise look around for a litigator, see if you 10, 12, 13 of you can get together, file a lawsuit. Government will have to back off at some point. That's my reading of the situation. But every litigator might have a different opinion. So those are the choices, Rakshitji. Litigate it after you file the RFE response and they deny it, which I think they will. Um, File the F1 also, but talk to a litigator in the meantime, or save your money and just go to India. Those are the only two choices.
All right. And say if I want to just fight all the way, will you be able to take my case for
Well, I'm not
un-
taking litigations. I am just too busy with transactional work. I did a lot of litigation during Trump 1 term, but Trump 2 has kept me very, very busy. So
into
I would love to, but there are plenty of litigators, good litigators out there.
all right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All the best. Harshji, go ahead. Harsh.
Hi, Rajiv ji. Thank you for this call. A
Mhm.
couple of quick questions.
Hey.
My last working day on H1B was 310 before I got laid off. But my payroll will run till 5/2, which is my termination date. So
Okay,
my
let me stop
question
you
is,
for a
when
second.
does my grace
Let
period
me,
start?
yeah, yeah, let me stop you for a second. So under the Biden administration, they had made it clear. If you are getting paid your full salary, your 60 days does not begin until the period of the salary that is covered gets over. Under Trump administration, they came and archived the page.
Mm,
So we don't really know. There's a lot of confusion. Regulations should allow you to to consider to be in status when you're getting fully paid. Okay. But I just don't want to take a chance with something like this. I would say conservatively, consider the day you stopped working, following day as the first day of 60 days.
okay, makes sense. And my employer said that they will also file for my H1B withdrawal on 2nd of June.
That is irrelevant. That is
Okay,
irrelevant.
got it.
Okay.
And for change of status, in case I do not find a job in these 60 days, should I apply for a B1, B2 or an
Apply
F1
for
Day1 CPT?
B1. Harshi, apply for a
Yes.
B1. Okay.
Okay. And what
And
should be the intent on it
I
when I
always
file that
includes
application?
I'm looking for a job. I find the job, I'll join it.
Okay.
But
And is
I
there?
won't start working until
Hmm,
I'm actually approved for work and I have enough money to support myself.
okay, got it.
All right.
And should I make an online or offline application for this? Or
Whatever is
it
easy.
doesn't matter?
I prefer when you are a single person, online is better
Okay.
because everything is immediate, right? But
Hmm.
they actually do screw up a lot of things, but still online is better overall. But when you have multiple people like husband, wife, two kids, 539 by mail is better because you only have to pay one fees.
Okay, got it. And just last two things. For B1 visa, right, for change of status, that's for business needs, right? So in case I say that that I will be looking out for a job, right? Will I still get an RFE saying that
I
this is
don't know
a
if
business visa?
I don't even know if you'll get an approval, but
Okay,
it's not like you have seven choices.
right.
I mean, you can
And
try an F1 also, but do you have a case for an F1? I do not know.
okay, I'm actually enrolled in a day one CPT course. So once I got my H1B like approved, I moved to an online course, so that is still ongoing. I take one
You
class
can't
per
get
year.
F1 on an online course.
Right. So my thought was that in case I don't want to apply for a B1, B2, I'll just do an F1 back with the
Yeah,
same university.
in some ways that's a good thing because you have basis for saying I want to go to school. Look, I'm taking classes online.
Right.
So in these two choices, what are you doing online?
It's an executive MBA course.
And your background is technology.
No, it's finance.
तो बड़े होके आप मैनेजर बनोगे.
Right.
I think F1 may be a slightly better choice.
Okay. And
What do you
how
think?
long will it get to approve the F1 change of
You can do
status?
it premium processing कर सकते हो.
Okay.
30 business days. Okay.
Okay. Great. And then one last thing.
Mhm.
If I get an H1B employer again, will I have to pay the 100K fee in this case?
No, not if you get status. Change of status does not trigger 100,000.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you so much.
All the best. Ji. Parik ji, Shailesh Parik, go ahead.
Good afternoon. कैसे हो?
बहुत बढ़िया जी.
Namaste.
Namaste sir.
Thanks for your last confirming that 100K is not applicable for me.
अच्छा, good.
Now
Shailesh ji, you are in India. मुझे याद आ गया. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I had emailed you. Maybe you didn't get a chance to
नहीं नहीं, मैं
reply.
तो it's kind of interesting. मेरा email जो inbox होता है ना, you will never find more than 2 or 3 emails in that. I
Okay.
take care of everything before the weekend.
Okay. So one of the email maybe missed out or
No,
whatever
no.
it is.
अगर आया नहीं है मेरे पास तो अलग बात है. नहीं तो if I get the email, you get a response.
ठीक है. अभी appointment मिल चुका है, which is October 15th and 30th for the consular
Oh,
meeting.
Baba, 6 months down the road.
Yes. So now my question is, how do I prepone with emergency? Because rescheduling काफी.
वो तो, I mean, that's very, very difficult, okay? Unless you have an emergency of some kind. That's
What
extremely difficult.
letter should I ask from the employer or petitioner?
देखिए ऐसा है कि unless there is a public interest angle, health angle, very difficult to get emergency appointments. Do you think anybody in India is sitting there saying, "Oh, कोई बात नहीं, आप take your time. I don't have any hurry to get an H1B visa stamp." Everybody wants to get it now.
I understand.
तो इसलिए I mean you can try. It's at least कुछ तो काम लगो कुछ तो काम करो बैठे हुए वेट कर रहे हो. You can try, but don't hold any hopes for that. Very
I have
difficult.
something in the mind. Well,
जी.
this is a hospitality hotel industry, and then employer can tell me that, okay, from October till March, April, 6 months has lost the business, and now is the season.
करके देख
So,
लो शैलेश जी. I think it's a long shot.
okay. Second question, in between, H1, H4 दोनों है. In between, if my wife to travel want to come US for the period, she should travel or she should not?
Why not? अगर B1 B2 पे ट्रैवल कर रही हैं आप, उनका अपना है, and
हाँ.
she wants to visit family or go sightseeing, why not?
या सन है तो उनको विजिट कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, why not?
तो
ठीक है.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा जो भी
वो
इमिग्रेशन
प्रॉब्लम
एंट्री
तो
है.
कौन प्रिडिक्ट कर सकता है, लेकिन I don't see anything particularly distasteful or problematic about the visit. ठीक है.
ठीक है. So, any of such ideas later or just keep on trying?
All the best, जी.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a
Welcome.
good day. Bye. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Hi, Vishal. Oh, hi, Rabab. I see you, Rabab. Hi, Vishal ji. Vishal. Vishal, you are unmuted, but we can't hear you. Why don't you fix your microphone situation, huh? And you can stay on the line. I'll come back to you. Dheeraj ji, go ahead, Dheeraj.
Hi
Dheeraj.
Rajiv ji.
हाँ
Hi
जी.
Rajiv ji.
Oh, is that Vishal or is
Okay,
it Dheeraj? Who said hi, Rajiv?
it was Vishal. Go ahead,
हाँ.
Vishal.
हाँ, Vishal, बोलो. No, he's saying I'm connecting my microphone again. आप बोलिए धीरज जी.
Okay. So Rajiv ji, I have this one question. I got picked up in my H1 this year in lottery,
Mhm.
and then I'm still on my STEM OPT second year. It will be valid until Feb 27.
Yeah,
Uh,
don't play games. Do a change of status.
yeah, but my so I can't change my job before October, right?
No, you can. STEM OPT पे हो आप.
Yeah, but if I want to get H1B activated, I need to be with the same employer until
No,
October.
who told you that? Not at all. You can be with employer X on OPT, and employer Y for whom you are not working can process your H1B.
Okay.
Okay.
So, So I need to get H1 application approved with the current employer first, right?
ये किसने कहा है आपको? आप बार बार वही बात कर रहे हैं. See,
Uh,
if
but
employer, look, who, let's say X and Y. X you are
hmm,
working for, Y you are going to on
correct.
H1B. Did Y file for your lottery selection?
No,
Who filed for your lottery selection?
X.
हाँ तो फिर then of course you can't.
Okay.
So you should wait until your H1B is approved. I would recommend very strongly
Mm-hmm.
wait until after October 1st, get 1 or 2 paychecks, then do a
Okay.
change of,
Okay.
then do
Sure.
a transfer of employer. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
All the best, Ji. Yeah, that's where the confusion was.
Yeah.
Vishal Ji, or
Hello, Rajiv ji. Can you
oh,
hear
good.
me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, thank you for doing this, Rajiv ji. My question was, मेरा layoff हुआ था 17th Feb को
अच्छा.
this year, and my H1B got approved last year. So I was on an active H1B from October, and I got laid off on 17th Feb. So my deadline for the 60-day grace period is 18th April.
Okay.
I haven't yet filed my B1 B2 yet, but I am filing it tomorrow.
Not B1, B2, सिर्फ B1 करो.
Just B1?
Hmm.
Okay, no B2.
Just B1.
Just
They are,
B1.
they are
Okay.
trying to find excuses to deny. Okay.
Okay.
Between B1, B2, B1 is clearly okay for business activities, like you can negotiate contracts, you can shake hands. That's exactly what looking for a job is.
Correct. But the lawyers that I have filed it with, they actually send me documents to file B2. I thought B1, B2 is
नहीं
the
उनको
same thing.
उनको उनको मना कर दो. B2 में बहुत डिनायल आ रहे हैं.
Okay, and would that, so I have already signed some documents and sent them back, which they haven't received yet. But can I tell them to make that change now?
That's between your lawyer and you. But yes, that's what I would do if I were your lawyer.
Okay. Got it. And let's say if I get a job offer in the next 15 or 20 days or like a month, will the 90-day rule still be valid for me?
90-day rule. What is the
Yeah,
90?
the in which I cannot accept anything, any offers
ऐसा
within the 90
ऐसा तो
days.
नहीं.
I
That
have heard that from multiple
that is for
people.
people coming into the United States.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
like that. Got it. No problem. Thank you so
All the
much, sir.
best. All the best. Ji. Dheeraj ji, go ahead. Dheeraj ji.
राजीव जी गुड आफ्टरनून।
जी, good afternoon.
राजीव जी मेरा मैं जब ग्रेस पीरियड में था आई फाइल्ड फॉर चेंज ऑफ स्टेटस टू F1
Mhm.
जो अप्रूव भी हो गया है
Mhm.
मतलब February 18th को ही एंड आई स्टार्टेड क्लासेस ऑन March 2nd
Okay.
so almost 1.5 months into the course and
Mhm.
completed half of my semester. Now I got an offer
Okay.
and they're almost like कि अभी documentation चल रहा है and they are ready to file for change
Okay.
of status back to H1B.
Okay.
सो अभी इस सिचुएशन में जितना जल्दी हो सके फाइल करना सही रहेगा ना?
This is complicated. Okay. Um, Before you file the H1B, is it possible to have some correspondence with the school saying, I've got a job, but I want to continue with my degree on a part-time basis. Please tell me what I can do for that.
So I
Also
spoke,
ask,
yeah,
also ask them how many courses can I take online?
okay. So I spoke with my DSO. They
No,
said,
not speaking. Write it down.
okay,
I'll tell you why. I don't want the government to come back and say, Are, you did the F1 just as an excuse.
okay,
And the answer is no. I did an F1 for two reasons. One, I wanted the education, and two, I wanted to make sure I was in status. Okay. Now that
mm,
I've got an H1B, I'm going to work. That is my first priority. But I also want the education, and I'm going to do it part time.
okay. So I should get it in writing from my school DSO that,
कुछ आपस में email exchange करिए. Just get something from them.
okay, ठीक है. They are ready for like online courses completely, and I will just
That's great. That's great. Yeah, go for
yeah
it.
because my status will change. Even they are ready कि आप
नहीं
classes on.
H1 पे you can do courses. No problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
So I just need it in writing and. Should I submit this to my lawyers because I don't have direct contact with my lawyers on
No,
email?
I would keep it. In case
Okay,
there is an RFE, I would keep it.
okay.
All right.
Regarding RFE भी एक क्वेश्चन था कि let's say they are ready to file for premium change of status and when they are filing for it, Does the clock stops and resumes when the RFE response is submitted?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it starts again for 15 business days.
Okay.
All
Got
right.
it.
All the
Thank you,
best.
Rajiv. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Deepak Yadav. Deepak ji, go ahead. Deepak.
Namaskar, Rajiv ji. Thank you for
Namaskar.
your call and service. It's really remarkable. So I have a question. Basically, it's something related to my paycheck. Okay. So I have joined the employer, my ex-employer, basically sometime back in 2024 and left 2022 and left in 2024. Okay. And over a period of time during the last month, जो होता है, like 45 days of period always used to be kind of he hold my paycheck basically. So I joined a new company. So he's so reluctant to pay my dues for the 45 days. Basically, the 1.5 month of paycheck is still pending with him, and I repeatedly followed up with him multiple times. But with his intentions, I don't think pay karega mujhe. So is there
How
anything I
much?
can
How
do?
much does he? How much? How many paychecks does he owe you?
I'd say 45 days. So
And this
30
is
day.
this is this is more than 1 year old.
Right. 2024.
Okay. So Department of Labor won't take this case. Okay. But
Exactly. Yeah.
but if you want to take him to small claims court and sue him yourself, you might have something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I approached labor also. तो वो बोलते हैं कि they get me a minimum labor जो है होता है स्टेट का उतना दिलाएंगे बोल के बता रहे थे. Like I said, no, it's definitely more than that what I was promised to pay. So बोलते
Yeah,
हैं
Federal Department of Labor cannot take this case, but state might be able to.
state. Okay.
They are called SWA, State Workforce Agencies. They
Okay.
have different names in different states.
I see.
For example, in Texas, they're called Texas Workforce Commission, I think. In Virginia, they're called Virginia Employment Commission. In
Okay.
DC, they're called Department of Employment Services.
Okay. Uh-huh. So what would be my last takeaway? Like I need to reach.
Last takeaway is check with the local workforce agency, see if they can take the case and get you your money. And then if you want to, you can check the local rules where you worked, whether what is the period of limitation. That's called limitation. So typically contracts have a limitation of 5 years. You have to
Okay.
sue for the amounts within 5 years. And this you can do in small claims court. Most states have them. Small claims court, where people represent themselves, they don't hire lawyers.
I see. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All the best, जी.
Thank you, जी.
आयुष ठक्कर बढ़िया टाई वाई लगा के घूम रहे हो भैया.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ashwin Nanavati. I'm actually
She's a
Mayur is
friend.
with me, but
Hey,
I'm
ties
actually
वाला, what is
looking
this?
around.
Sorry.
Sorry for that. Thank you so much for organizing the session.
आपके नाम से
Uh,
तो बहुत बड़ा हॉस्पिटल भी है मुंबई में.
yes.
I think I was born there actually, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not the owner of that particular hospital.
I know.
So,
Anyhow, tell me, how can I help you?
I'm actually a doctor. I've finished my MBBS from India, and I applied for the match this cycle, and I have applied for a J1 clinician visa.
USMLE 1, 2, 3 हुआ?
Yes. I finished all my exams. All my certifications are done. I matched as well into an internal medicine residency program in Pennsylvania. So my story is that last year as well, I had matched. I had matched into a neurology program in Tampa, Florida. And unfortunately, because of a lot of J1 visa denials that were going on in the months of June and July in 2025, I could not get my visa. And I ended up losing my residency, which led me to reapplying, going through the entire process all over again. So this
Okay.
time I've applied again. Fortunately, I have matched. So now I have to go through the entire J1 process again. So
Are you inside the US or outside the US?
I'm currently in India.
Arre Baba. So you have to go through the J1. Okay. All right.
Yes,
Did you get a denial? No.
I did. I got my J1 visa denied twice last year.
214B?
Yes, 214B.
मैडम जी 214B का तो कोई इलाज नहीं है. ये वो बीमारी है जहाँ सिर्फ दुआ काम करती है, दवा काम नहीं करती.
So I just wanted to, before I file my DS 160, before I go for the interview, do you have any particular advice for me that I can do something differently this time?
network with all the gods you can think of.
I have already been doing that for the past year.
बहुत मुश्किल, madam. Actually, you know what happens, Doc? It depends on the officer. I think it's a very stupid ground for denial to 14B, especially for well-educated people who have a great career no matter where they go. But it is there, and I don't think you can do anything to overcome it. Just be yourself, be honest, be straightforward. Let them know I would never break the law. Why would I break the law? I have a career no matter where I go. I could go to any country in the world and have a career, including
Right,
India. Why would I want to break the law? But
right.
the particular field that I want to focus on, and in fact, most of the medicine, state of the art is in the West, unfortunately. Abhi bhi. So
Yes.
that's what I want. I want to learn from the very best, and why I would never break the law.
So, so my parents, we actually own two hospitals in Gujarat. They have two clinics of their own. They are obstetricians and gynecologists. I am going to be an internal medicine physician. So the professions are different. But if I am able to convince them that I'm planning to expand my parents' hospital,
नहीं, ऐसा
I'm
मत
going to
करिए,
work.
ऐसा मत करिए. I think it's a little disingenuous. थोड़ा सा उसको मानना मुश्किल हो जाता. Okay. You can certainly use it as a defensive
Right,
answer that, look, I have a very good career here also. My parents own two hospitals, or we own two hospitals here. I wanted to come back, I would. Why would I want to be illegal in the United States?
right.
Okay. So you can say that, but don't say that, oh, I'm going to USA just to learn and come back. Nobody believes that. I don't believe that. And I like you. Okay. तो नहीं
But
ऐसा.
actually, sir, they require you to convince them as to what are your reasons to come back. The J1 physician, like we are signing a bond with India that requires us to confirm that we are bound to come back after our education.
I
So
don't think
it's,
that's because you can get a waiver from that, right? So
yeah,
it's not,
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
not really that much of a deterrent. I think it's at least that's what I did when I got my student visa in this country. I had a green card pending, and I told them, I practiced in the Supreme Court. I worked with some of the best lawyers in the world, not just the country. Why would I want to become illegal in the United States? What do you have that I don't have in India?
Hmm.
Right.
And she gave it to me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's nothing differently that I can fill in the DS 160. I just have to
या इसमें कोई स्पेशल मंत्र नहीं है जो मैं आपको दे दूं.
okay. I
Okay.
just need an understanding officer.
Well, yeah, you just need to be yourself, be convincing. I mean, convincing meaning you're not a salesperson. Um,
Right.
Basically, this is a good opportunity for you, and you're going to serve the United States also. Residency में तो उनको cheap labor मिलता है.
Yeah, that is true.
ठीक
So
है.
do you think it would benefit us to take a private consultation and have you go through the
भाई साहब,
papers?
you can give me money, I'll still tell you the same thing.
अच्छा ठीक है.
Okay.
ठीक है,
So,
ठीक है.
yeah,
No
I
worries.
won't change my answer. It's the same answer.
Okay, okay. No
All right.
worries. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir.
Thank you
You're
so much for
welcome. All the best, Ji.
Thank
Sai
you.
Thank
Ji,
you.
go ahead. Sai, best of luck, Doc. Sai Ji, go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Hello,
Doc.
sir.
Lawyer.
Ji, Sai Ji, go ahead.
Hi, sir. My name is Sai. I have a question. I came to India for my H1B renewal
ये
stamping appointment.
वी कौन है? मतलब आपके साथ दो चार लोग और भी हैं कि आप अकेले हैं?
No, me.
अच्छा. All right.
So I came to India for my H1B renewal stamping appointment, and it got rescheduled from December to September 2026. And I've been working remotely thus far,
जी.
and both my emergency appointments also got denied. So my perma application got approved this week, which was good news. But unfortunately, my company has started raising concerns, citing the 30-day rule of working outside the
ऐसा कोई
US.
30 डे
And
रूल
then,
नहीं है, मैडम. Okay. I want
sir,
you
but
to.
they have cited that rule and they have
Okay.
recommended
I
that I
can show
resign.
you. I can show you the exact opposite. So if
Okay.
you go to immigration.com, are you at a computer right now?
Yes, I am, sir.
Go to immigration.com. सर नहीं बुलाओ मेरे को, कोई सर नहीं बुलाता. Immigration.com,
Yes.
very top ribbon, you see Rajiv's blog.
Yes, sir.
Click on that. About sixth entry should be implications of H1B employees working abroad.
Yep, I got it.
It gives you the regulations that allow for things like intermittent H1B. What is intermittent H1B? I'll come to USA, work 10 days and work rest of the time wherever I want.
Okay.
So why doesn't that apply to this situation? So I disagree with the employer. Whoever is telling them about 30 days, they are misstating the law. Um, Certainly, government itself is trying to distort the law, but that does not change the regulations. If they try to apply any of the regulations, they are wrong. I give you some practical suggestions in that blog, what to bring with you when you come back to the United States. You should be okay.
Okay, okay. So what has happened is that the 30-day rule, even though I shared this blog link of yours,
There's no
it
30
is
day rule.
open to interpretation, and
There's no
I've been
30-day
looking
rule.
for.
अरे कोई है ही नहीं ऐसा रूल ही नहीं है.
Okay. All right, I'll share this link with them and then hopefully let's see, like if I can buy some time by probably relocating to India office and
You know what
returning
you
to
can you
US.
know what you can do, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Lawyers don't like other lawyers to tell them off. Nobody does. Okay. What you
Okay.
can do is go to go go to my blog and
Okay.
either copy and paste into a separate document what you got, or tell AI to give you a summary of what I've written, and tell AI to make sure that you quote all the original sources, or you can copy and paste them because I give links to the regulations.
Okay.
Okay, so don't give them my blog, just give them an Excel. They won't like
Yeah.
they don't
Okay.
want. Okay,
All
that's just
right.
human
Thank
nature. I
you.
mean,
I'll try
nobody
it
likes.
out.
Angie?
I'll try it out and I'll get back to you if potentially probably I'll set up some time with you separately.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If they want to talk with me, your lawyers or your employer, we can certainly set up a consultation. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much,
All
sir.
the
Thank
best.
you.
You take care. Bye bye. Nagendra Singh ji, go ahead.
Hi
Nagendra,
Rajiv ji, thank you so much for this opportunity.
of course.
So my case is I'm currently on F1 STEM OPT and currently working for two employers. One of them filed for my H1B and it got picked this year.
Hmm.
So I wanted to understand if I can continue working for the both employers after, because I understand that H1B kicks from October 1st. So
Hmm.
if yes, how can I continue working for both the employers?
Have you heard of concurrent H1B?
Yes, in your call itself. Yeah.
Yeah, so then you know what to do. The only thing I would be careful with is that probably both employers need to know and kind of consent to it. Otherwise, you could have a problem going further down the road.
Okay, okay. So concurrent for my case will work. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely, no problem at all.
Okay. Yeah, that's my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Ludwig, Ludwig.
Hi. I have a question on B2. I have a B2
Your
extension.
last name is not Beethoven, is it?
No,
Oh, just
no.
checking. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so I have a B2 extension pending, and I'm moving out of the country by the end of this month. So I don't have a decision yet. So should I write them in that I'm withdrawing my application or should I let it be?
Yeah. So what I tell people, did you file online or did you file
I
offline?
did online.
So online is easy because even when you're in India, you can withdraw. We are from India, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can withdraw it when you reach India. Just withdraw it.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All the best, Devangji. Oh, 1 second. MJ was asking, how can I see my place in the queue? So I'll tell you what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. You're 11th in the line, MJ.
I already messaged him on the chat also.
Yeah, him is a her, I think. Although I'm not wearing my
Her,
glasses.
yeah, I mean,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Rushi.
yeah, no problem.
All right. Devangji, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Sir, I meet you or I asked you before. I got laid off last year in August, and then within 60-day period, I applied for the compelling EAD, and I'm still waiting on that compelling EAD application.
Compelling
And
circumstances, EAD. Hanji.
right. And my priority date is in May 2015, so which is close to get current, like since it is pushing fast. Um, So I was just exploring. There are two questions around it. So when I read that for adjustment of status, it says that you cannot file 485 because I'm not in the status. Like I'm in the authorized stay period.
Acha, Devang, एक second. You heard about section 245K as in kite?
No, I have not.
लिख लो इसको.
Okay.
What that section says is this. If you are an employment-based applicant for adjustment of status, we forgive you for being out of status for up to 180 days. So between the time you held status and the 485, if there is less than 180-day gap, you can file 485.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I think unfortunately I'm not in the within 180 days window, but
Acha,
and they because it was in August, I got laid off in August. August last year.
वो निकल गया, yeah.
Yeah. Sir, so but it says like once you start working on compelling EAD, and you cannot file 485. So you have to inform USCIS to notify that for NVC processing. So, but can
No. If you can get some status, typically you have a B2 pending, right? What do you have pending?
no, sir. I am still waiting on the compelling EAD.
हाँ, compelling में नहीं डाल सकते आप because if it's over 180 days, that's one disadvantage of compelling circumstances EAD. Now you are stuck with it for the next 1 year. You can't really convert within the United States. You can't do adjustment of status. You can't even convert back to H1B. So compelling circumstances is a bad idea for most people.
Okay.
तो लेकिन अभी हो गया तो हो गया, just if you get it, then you can keep extending it year to year, and your spouse also gets work authorization if she wants.
Right. So, and sir, so that 824 which requires to inform USCIS because my
वो कर
140
दो
says
वो कर दो आप file because it takes so long. The advantage is if you file 824, I-824 for consular processing, but tomorrow you get status and you want to file 485 instead, you can just file 485. You don't have to file any other forms.
okay.
So converting from adjustment of status to consular is a pain in the tuchus. But converting from anything pending or consular back to 485 is very easy.
Oh, okay. So, sir, can I file like as a beneficiary? Can I file by myself for 824, or I need still that my past employer to file for me?
You do it.
Okay. And sir, next question I have. So when I got laid off, that H1B, the stamped visa I have until next February. So in between, like if I'm lucky and get a job, and they file H1B, can I utilize that stamped visa and enter with the new petition?
Yes. So if you have a valid visa
Uh-huh.
and you change employers, you can actually use that visa. So let's say your first approval visa stamp says Oracle, but you got a job with IBM and they gave you the approval. So you can travel with IBM approval and Oracle visa stamp, no problem.
Okay. No scrutiny or no questions would
This
be
is done
any.
all the time. This is an accepted process.
Okay. So,
All the best,
so
Chief.
can I consult you for filing 824 because now I need to handle the matter by myself, like consular processing?
It's a simple form. Why do you want to spend money on that? But if you want to be represented, yeah, go ahead. Contact me.
Yes, sir. Because if I had to go through that path, let's say if I don't find an employer, I still have to continue with the EAD, compelling
Then you
EAD.
need help. Then you need help. Yes.
So can I reach out to you by?
Yeah. Just send an email to our VP operations. Just send it to Sumanji, SUMAN at immigration.com.
Okay.
At immigration.com.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
All the best, Ji.
Yeah. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Shubham Ji, go ahead. Shubham Singh. Are
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Thank you for showing your face, Shubham Ji.
Yeah. So I also have one of my friend with me. हम last week नहीं join कर पाए थे because we were in the queue. So probably we have two separate instances. I'll start with mine first.
जी.
So currently, Rajiv ji, I am on H1B visa. Uh, that is good until 30th of September of this year, and have I have an option to extend as well. So so basically, I am on my valid H1B, but my project abhi has been finished. So rather than so अभी मुझे नया project नहीं आ रहा है, so I fear कि probably I might be laid off. So my company has a policy just like other companies in the US कि I can apply for a well-being leave, and the policy says that I can apply for 120 days of an
But
unpaid
is
well-being
it
leave.
fully paid?
It's an unpaid well-being leave.
That doesn't help you.
Okay. So, just so that I do not get laid off, I was planning to basically apply for that mental well-being leave, so that I still remain on the books.
Useless.
Okay. So, also Rajiv ji, my wife is also in the US. She is on F1 visa. उनका H1 pick हो चुका है, and probably, hopefully, October 1st में उनका status will change to
H4 would be a great option.
H4. But if so, Rajiv ji, I need your consultation as to starting coming Monday until 1st October, जब तक मेरी wife का H1 transfer from F1 to H1 नहीं होता है, what is the right option for me? Can I
मैं
basically?
आपको अभी अभी बता देता हूँ. देखो, first of all, this has not yet happened.
Okay.
Okay. So we can keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't happen till late.
Okay.
There is some argument to be made. If I'm in status when I apply for H4 with her, the fact that I fell out of status for 4 or 5 months while waiting for it should be okay. This should be examined.
Okay.
There are certain situations in which this is okay, some others which may not be okay. What is the worst case scenario? If it's less than 180 days maximum, you have to go out for H4 visa stamping. You don't have to give 100,000. You just have to wait a long time to come back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So if you want to discuss more in detail, of course, you can pay for my time, but it's basically this I'm telling you. Just have this looked at by your lawyers that can we do an H4 even though there's a gap between my statuses.
Got it. Also, Rajiv ji, since अगर मेरी wife का status अभी F1 है, can I apply for an F2 dependent? And जब उनका H1
You can.
status हो जाएगा अक्टूबर में, then
You
I
can.
can apply for an H4.
You can do that also.
And
And
meanwhile, I can
remember,
search for a new
F2
job.
you can do premium processing also.
F2 का premium processing. Okay. And जब वो
So,
F2 आ जाएगा तो
so don't
meanwhile I
do
can.
anything right now.
Okay.
Apply for F2 when you have to and do it premium processing. और साथ में भी while the F2 is pending, if our H1 is already filed, once the receipt comes, you can also apply for H4, even while the F2 is pending.
Okay. Understood. Understood. So जैसे ही मेरा F2 file होता है, I can still continue my job search, and once I get a job offer, I can again apply for a change of status to H1 again.
That's a much longer story. Talk to me separately.
Okay. ठीक है. Sure.
Yeah.
Probably I'll
Yeah,
transfer it
just
to my.
email me at help@immigration.com.
जी
Okay.
राजीव जी, I'll do.
हाँ जी, मित्र, आप
Hello,
बताइए.
sir.
What's up?
This is Ishan this side. Hi. So my situation is I have my H1 sixth year ending in Jan 2027, and my perm has been applied last year in June. So I'm expecting probably this May, June to get it, or maybe August, even August. I'm not sure.
तो
When
मुझे
would
एक
it get
सेकंड,
approved?
आपका H1 कभी एक्सपायर हो रहा?
हो रहा है Jan 2027 में.
And your perm was filed last June 25.
Last June 25. Yes.
So you have no problem with extensions.
So the the problem starts now. So the thing is, my current role is gonna end in August, possibly. Uske baad, I don't think there's like the company doesn't have any contracts left. So that's where my I don't know what to do. Like, agar tab tak perm nahi aaya, so what is the situation? Like, how should I tackle that?
Are your 6 years getting over?
Yes.
Have you had your resume looked at for something like a national interest waiver or EB1A?
नहीं अभी तक तो नहीं.
Upload your resume to a large language model.
Okay.
Okay. Any one of them will be okay. You can use Gemini, you can use Claude, you can use OpenAI.
Okay.
Even DeepSeek, if you don't mind 1.2 billion Chinese reading your resume.
Okay.
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 तो
Uh,
किसी में भी करके ना ask for the ask large language model to make a case for and against national interest waiver and
mhm.
make a case for and against EB1A.
Okay.
And
EB1.
then say, give me a plan which I can use realistically to file a green card. Uska advantage pata kya?
Mhm,
If I-140 gets approved, then you
mhm,
can keep extending your H1B for a long time.
mhm.
ठीक है. अगर नहीं होता, of course, there is no advantage in not getting approved.
Right.
But there could be a situation where you have applied for H1B, got denied, then filed an appeal and used the appeal to give an H1B extension.
Mhm.
So it's a little bit of a complicated process, but
Okay.
that's something to think about because
Okay.
even in denial, you could gain 1 year of H1B extension.
Right. So, I mean, what I had heard is if my perm has been pending for more than 1 year, I'll get an extension on the H1B. My current employer is still like they're good to keep that even if my contract like वो लोग रख सकते हैं, but the
हाँ, you
problem is
should
कि
be
अगर
able to.
वो तो कर सकते हैं the and also they are open with me finding a C2C, but I'm not sure C2C मिल सकता है because my H1 is expiring like in Jan. But they are open to do that, like they are saying if you can find a C2C, you can do that as well.
Oh, no, I think you have options. अभी आपको बैग पैक करने की तैयारी नहीं करनी चाहिए. You should
Hmm.
look around a little bit, and
Yeah.
because you have that option of 1 year extension, the
Mhm.
real problem is not H1. The real problem is job.
Right. Yes.
तो नौकरी ढूंढिए.
Okay. And do you think अगर आपके साथ personally discuss करना है, it would be good?
I'll give you the same answers.
Okay.
You're,
I mean, if there are any
sometimes
other options that we can
no,
discuss, no? Okay.
no. पहले तो मैं लोगों से कहता था कि रेज्यूमे भेज दो, अब तो मैं कहता हूँ अपलोड कर दो, बता देगा रेज्यूमे.
Yeah. I mean, I still, like you said, I still have some time, some options. It's just the since the H1B is ending in Jan, it's a little like in a tricky situation.
You know, I want you guys to also think about one thing. Um, H1B through a company that you own yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, look into that. थोड़ा उसको research करो.
Okay.
There are options there also, but that should be the last backup option if nothing else works out.
Okay. All right.
आप ही राजा, आप ही प्रजा.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've also tried applying for Canada as well. Let's see. I mean, how that goes. All
I
right.
personally like Canada, but you know, I hear
Thanks.
that
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
yeah, just immigration won't help you, but
Mhm.
Canadian citizenship is very helpful. You have so
Mhm.
many good options.
Right.
All right. All the best,
Thanks.
Ji.
Thanks.
Thank you, Rajivji. I'll reach out to you via help at
Sure.
immigration.com.
No problem at all.
Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best. You're welcome. Hassan Ji, go ahead. Hassan,
Hello, Rajivji.
how is it?
I am currently on STEM OPT. My
Mm-hmm.
H1B was selected in this year's lottery, but
Mm-hmm.
I got laid off right away after the selection. So, is there any option to use that H1B, or is it gone? Is there a way to transfer it to another company?
So you got selected, but the company is not going to file the H1B. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got laid off after it got selected, so they're not going to file it.
Hmm. Yeah, Hassan, that that does not look well because that means you lose that lottery, Hassan. Not much you can
Okay.
do. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All the best. Mahir ji, go ahead, please. Mahir. Mahir. Okay. Aditya ji, go ahead. Aditya.
Hi, Rajiv, sir. कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया.
Thank you so much for holding these calls. Mira, I think I have a two-part question. Pehla part is कि just talking to my immigration team and my, I guess, in-house immigration support. We're looking at EB2 versus EB2 NIW, right? Because I work in a packaging industry, so we make stuff for healthcare, food, all of those things. So, एक option था कि they would apply for EB2 and I could also apply for EB2 NIW myself. So I
Yeah,
would have two.
that's what I would do. Yeah.
Okay, because but then they also said कि sometimes just applying for both is not beneficial. Like कर सकते हो, लेकिन sometimes they're like, मतलब, it's a two-edged, you know.
There is a certain logic in that. I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
What is national interest waiver? It is the waiver of labor certification requirement.
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, you are saying I need a waiver. On the other hand, you are filing a labor certification.
Mm-hmm.
National interest waiver has existed for decades.
Mm-hmm.
In 36 years of my practice, I've never had that question, although we've done it all the time.
Okay. Okay.
There is a logic to it.
Okay.
Labor certification says, give me the lowest common denominator of your qualifications that you would accept.
Mm-hmm.
NIW says, I'm a uniquely qualified individual, well placed, and I'll do something good for the country. Totally two different things.
Okay.
In my mind, you can do both.
Okay. So my question was obviously they were saying कि वो चाहे तो they can also do the NIW क्योंकि perm skip हो जाएगा and it'll be I'll
No,
get the
no,
priority date.
no. Don't take that deal. That sucks. Tell them
Okay.
you do the perm, I'll do the NIW.
Okay. Okay. Because they said you can also you can just pay them and the company would pay for the regular EB2 and you can pay them for the other aspect and they'll just apply for both. The EB option they were presenting me basically, but I'll look into that later.
Yeah, do
Obviously.
both, whatever it is. Perm should be absolutely that's the cake.
Okay.
NIW is the icing on the cake.
Okay, the don't know, like just aim on go both routes, right? Okay. So if I do the EB2 NIW route, can you guys also help me with getting that in? If I
Yeah,
wanted to use you guys? Okay.
I have to pay my bills, sure.
Obviously, chalo, that's a good thing. My second question was कि once I-140 approve हो जाता है, let's say दोनों का, right? Or EB2 NIW approve होता है, can I still keep that priority date and if I move companies,
Yes,
would that still
absolutely.
be, it doesn't make difference कि NIW के through जा रहे हो या regular EB2 के through जा रहे हो?
Absolutely. And NIW should be filed by you personally. Don't do it through the company.
Okay, okay, okay. Gotcha. Thank you so much for that. Or uske baad, my question was, let's say one of those two gets approved and I get the priority date, right? Like I-140 gets approved.
Yes, you do.
Uske baad, can I switch to a different employer and still get unlimited H1B? And they wouldn't have to file a new EB2 till the date gets current, right? I would just have,
No. If you want the new employer, let's say
yeah,
you got your NIW,
yes.
and the NIW has a certain proposed work.
Okay,
If you're still doing the same proposed work, you probably don't have to, but I want you to do a new perm all over again anyway. It's a good idea to have a backup.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay,
So no, they can't just sit back and say, oh yeah, it's all worked out. Tell them to file perm again. The new
okay.
employer should also do it.
Okay, but well, H1B renewables will keep happening regardless of my koi bhi company mein jaun. Like it's not
Yes.
tied to that employer.
Yes,
Okay, that
because
was
you
my
have the
biggest concern.
NIW. Yes, because you have the NIW approval also.
Okay, so I'll reach out to you guys, and then even though whenever, because I know my EB2 they'll start end of this year, early next year. They wait till 2.5 years
Don't
to
have to
start.
wait for them. You can start. This are two separate lines. We
Okay,
can.
perfect. So do you see any like pushbacks? Because I know right now they're concerned like, there's a lot of people in the job market, so they're saying let's time it a bit better to be more.
90, well, we are doing perms. They are going through okay.
Okay, so okay, awesome. I'll reach out and then we can have a better conversation, I guess.
All
Awesome.
the
Thank you,
best.
Rajiv. Thank
All
you.
the best. Ji. Mahirji, you are ready? Go ahead.
Yes. Hello, sir. So sorry I missed my turn.
Koi baat
So I'm a doctor from India and I've also recently matched into residency in US.
nahi. Mhm.
And one major question that I had regarding my whole process is that I had my B1, B2 visa rejected last year in January 2025.
Okay.
So I had my 10 years of visa, but for some reason I decided to reapply for my visa just to get it renewed because I was planning to travel to US just for tourist purposes, but they rejected my visa based on 214B.
Okay.
And it's been 1.5 years since then, and now I have matched into residency. I'm currently working in India as well as a medical officer. But the major question that I have with my J1 process is that what potential challenges will I face once I apply for my J1? Because,
You heard me talk to the other doctor, right?
yeah,
Nothing we can do that will help you. Be
okay.
honest, be straightforward. Let them know I will never break the law. Uh, I will do everything by the book. It's not like I'm sitting on the roadside here. So
But is there any specific things that I need to make sure? Because I've been to US multiple times.
yeah,
I've stayed.
that's a very good argument. If you've been to the US multiple times, you can let them know I've done this so many times before. I didn't break
Okay.
the law then. Why would I break it now?
Yeah, because the last time I stayed there for more than 180 days. And this time I'm pretty sure they'll ask me what was the reason of my stay, so I can be really honest about it. But is
Yeah,
there anything else that I can make sure that can help them understand that, okay, this guy is really genuine?
I don't think. I think, look, they have about 30 seconds to make up their minds.
Right.
How much do you think they think about? It's a matter of sense and feel. Does this guy look like somebody we can trust?
Okay, so they really want to make sure that this guy is not there here to break the law or is not going to overstay. So that is something that they're worried about, because last year we saw a lot of J1 refusals,
Hmm.
and which was unlikely.
Yeah, there's not much you can do to improve your chances, Doc. All you can do is go give it a shot. Let's see what works out.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I'll reach out to you if I have more questions.
Of course. All the best.
Thank you.
Zainab, Shireen, and the last one I couldn't read. Muhammad, Shoaib. Oh my God.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Zainab, once your
Hi.
name begins, it doesn't end.
Zainab Shirin is my name and Mohammed Shoaib is my
Acha.
surname.
Okay. It's a two-in-one deal. I thought it was all one name.
No, Zainab Shirin is my name. Mohammed Shoaib is my dad's name.
Gee, Zainab, how
Uh,
can I help you?
oh, yeah. I am currently on my STEM OPT. I mean, my second year of STEM OPT.
Hmm.
And this year's H1B, like, I didn't get selected. But my EAD ends in July 2026. But
Okay.
my student visa is still valid till May of 2027.
All right.
So I'm planning to do day one CPT around, I mean, I'll be joining an MBA course
Hmm.
in August.
Hmm.
So since my visa is still valid until 2027, is it still valid or does it end along with my EAD?
It does not end along with your EAD.
Okay, so with the valid student visa, like will I be able to travel back to India and
Yes,
come
you
back?
should be able to only if you are still a student.
But I'm also working.
No, so if you go into CPT, right,
Mm-hmm.
you're basically rolling your service into a new program.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to travel with that I-20 and the old visa.
Okay, with the new I-20 and my visa, I should be able to go and
Yes,
come
ma'am.
back.
If you go to my LinkedIn postings, something I
Mm-hmm.
posted 3 days back, that there was this young lady who went to India on CPT using an old visa and came back. She said she had no problem at all. She was gone for 1 month.
Okay, because my brother is also studying here and he'll be graduating this next month, and my parents are also visiting with their B2 visa. So I probably might leave with them and then come back in 2 weeks. So will that be an
No,
issue?
unless you are already on student status, it's not a good idea to travel. Do you still have OPT left?
No, my STEM OPT will end in July.
Yeah, so don't travel until you go back into CPT.
Okay, so my CPT probably I'll be changing my service in May. So I
Yeah, so
mean,
don't travel until you are fully ensconced as a student.
okay. So like once I transfer my service, then I mean after the once I enroll with complete
Once you start
CPT.
school,
Okay.
okay,
So is it okay? Oh yeah.
all right. All the
Okay.
best.
Yeah. Yeah. I think yeah. That's all the question I had. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. All
Thank
right,
you,
Zainab.
Rajiv ji.
All the best. Ji. Vishnu ji, go ahead. Vishnu.
हेलो राजीव जी, गुड आफ्टरनून, थैंक यू फॉर द सेशन। सर मैं मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि 2023 में मेरा H1B पिक हुआ था। मेरी कंपनी ने लगाया था और वो H1B पिक हुआ था। इट गेट अप्रूव्ड एंड इफेक्टिव इन अक्टूबर 1 2023। उसके बाद मेरा ले ऑफ हो गया और 60 डेज मैंने ट्राई किया जॉब ढूंढने के लिए बिकॉज
But
H1
H1B was approved, Vishnu ji.
या इट्स अप्रूव्ड एंड गॉट इफेक्टिव ऑन October 1 2023।
But you didn't join the company or you already joined on
नो, आई
October
वाज
1st?
वर्किंग इन द सेम कंपनी।
So October 1st pay, do you have paychecks after October
यस
1st?
आई हैव वन पे चेक और उसके बाद मेरा ले ऑफ हो गया और
ठीक
मैंने
है,
60 डेज वेट किया और जॉब नहीं मिली तो मैंने यूएस छोड़ दिया।
ठीक है,
और फिर इंडिया चला गया और 2024 मिड में मैं वापस यूएस आया ऑन H4 वीजा विच इज स्टैम्प्ड, और उसके बाद वापस साल भर में बैक एंड फोर्थ इंडिया आना जाना रहा बिकॉज आई वाज ट्राइंग टू गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी और वो मेरे को मिली नहीं। इंडिया में भी कुछ मैं पैरेलली कुछ चीजें पे एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा
So
था।
hold on one
तो
second. Is your question, can I transfer back to H1B? The answer is yes.
yeah, it's like from last 1 years I am continuously finding an opportunity, और मैं रिसेंटली मैं रैन स्टेट से बात किया और के फोर्ट से बात किया, तो वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि योर H1B इज नॉट वैलिड बिकॉज यू हैव H4 स्टैम्प एंड इन योर
No, no,
I-94
no.
इट इज H4
No, no, no,
print.
no. No, no, no. उनको बोलो Google H1B remainder option. H1B remainder option. The law says if you have time remaining on your H1B, you can use it.
Okay, so according to you I can easily transfer to H1B
Not
again
according to me, according to the law.
according to law. H1B वैलिड है डिस्पाइट द फैक्ट दैट
I
कि
don't.
H4 स्टैम्प है मेरे पास।
जी, स्टैम्प का कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता। The fact that you had an H1B, at least one paycheck, and you haven't exhausted 6 years of H1B means you can take back the H1B time.
Okay, sir. But I am getting many rejections because recruiter saying you don't have H1B.
Maybe you should do a legal memorandum and attach it with the application that you can convert me back to H1B. That is the law.
Okay, sir. Okay. But everything is valid right now. I can easily transfer.
Yes, sir, you can.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you,
All
sir.
the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shweta ji, go ahead. Shweta?
हाय राजीव जी, थैंक यू फॉर टेकिंग दिस कॉल। तो मेरा ये क्वेश्चन था कि माय हस्बैंड एंड आई वर ऑन L1 एंड ही वाज ऑन L1 एंड आई वाज ऑन L2। तो उनका H1B लॉटरी में सिलेक्शन हुआ अभी। सो अक्टूबर से उनका H1 इफेक्टिव होगा, बट आई इंटेंड टू कंटिन्यू वर्किंग और H4 पे ये अलाउड नहीं है। So I was thinking of workarounds to do so. And one of the options that I was considering was taking day one CPT and then continue working on that. Yeah, I just wanted to ask if it's a good option because many people say it's not advised to travel on if you are on that visa. And apart from that, also, is it easier to change when I get a perm later to H4?
Perm? Your husband gets a
Yeah.
I-140.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has worked out fine for us as long as it's a genuine program
Mm-hmm.
and you're attending the program. Travel, if you already had an F1 visa, travel would be okay, but applying for an F1 visa on CPT, not recommended.
Okay. So, like the main concern is that is there any way I can keep working? Is there any other option?
Look for cap exempt jobs.
Okay.
Do some research, look for cap exempt jobs. Maybe you can find one. They can convert you to H1B without the lottery issue.
Okay. Also, I was considering O1 visa, but it takes a lot
O1
of
visa
time.
के
Yeah.
लिए Shweta ji, it's never something you can depend on. And
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a really good resume for that. At least I won't qualify for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
Yeah, I think that answers my question. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. All the best, ji. Yaman?
हेलो राजीव जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
आपका नाम यमन किसने रखा?
सर जितना पता है पेरेंट्स ने ही रखा।
कोई एनीबडी, मैं रबाब से भी ये पूछ रहा था एक बार, एनीबडी इनटू म्यूजिक इन योर हाउस होल्ड?
सर कोई भी म्यूजिक में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है। आई थिंक वो बोर हो गए थे अमन से, विच इज बाय द वे माय यंगर ब्रदर्स नेम।
Because Yaman is a rag.
Yes, yes.
So anyhow, keep going.
Yes, sir. So thank you again, Rajiv ji, for taking the call. I have a little bit of a complicated situation. So I've been in the US for almost 15, 16 years now. And my first employer filed my firm, and I have a June 2014 priority date, which is current right now. Then I switched employers, and my current employer also filed an I-140. But my role probably is going to end soon. So they are not willing to do 485 and adjustment of status. And my H1B now, so I've been extending H1B for several years now, and it's now expiring July of 2026, so in a few months. and the current employer is filing an extension for 1 year, which is good news. But my question here, Rajiv ji, is like I'm starting to look for new roles and I'm moving, probably going to switch employers in a few months. So given my date is current, I think the first question, Rajiv ji, is like, is there any problem you see with the H1B transfer if I switch to a new employer in the next few months, assuming that I'll get the H1B extension approved with my current employer for now?
I'm not sure what makes you think that you'll have a problem. How many years of H1B have you used already?
I mean, I've been using H1B since 2012.
But you have an I-140 already approved.
I-140 already approved. Yeah, yeah.
That I-140 is still approved.
I have two I-140 approved. First from my current employer, 2014 date, and then another one from 2024 date.
And they are both still approved.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yeah, you can use any one of those as the basis for ongoing H1B extensions. Now, because if the priority date is current, government can ask you to justify why they should give you an H1B extension. The way I looked at the regulations, it was a while back, I could see that even if they don't give you 3-year extensions, they have to give you 1-year extension.
Yeah, so Rajivji, I spoke with someone who actually got, so maybe there is a possibility for RFE, or maybe the first 1 year extension is okay. What I'm hearing and what's in the news
No,
all over.
ongoing 1-year extension, not
Yeah,
just first.
so Rajivji, like there is a bunch of news articles that, or sorry, the articles that says that if you go for the second 1 year extension, so let's say I switch to a new employer right now, they won't file my perm right away, most likely, or they might will. But when they request for a further extension beyond just next year, July 2027 के बाद, जो second 1 year extension है, I'm hearing that that's up to the discretion of USCIS and.
No, that's statutory. It's in the statute.
Okay,
It's not
because
their discretion.
so the 365 day rule won't apply to it. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what you mean by the 365-day rule, but once you have the ability to get extension based upon 1 year, you keep getting that extension. There's no limit on it. At least I haven't seen any regulation that says so. If you see something specific, by all means, share it with me.
Okay, can I send you an email, Rajivji? Because I definitely have seen a bunch. Okay.
Sure. If you see something, now if it's just AI generated junk, I won't comment on it. But if it's somebody
Yeah.
reliable, yeah, sure, I'll take a
Okay.
look at it. All right.
And maybe just one, maybe. So I'll definitely send you that, Rajivji. What's a good email? Is it?
Yeah, help@immigration.com is my personal email.
Okay, got it. I will do that. And maybe just one last thing, if this is true and maybe getting an extension does become a bit of a risk, any suggestions you have for backup on what I can do?
Well, I think backup, you should definitely try to argue. These are circumstances beyond my control, because that's a excuse. So if you were not able to file 485 because of circumstances beyond your control, they should give you 3 years. It's not likely to work, but at least try it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv
All
ji.
the best, G. Rushika Jain.
Hi, Rajiv ji. First of all, thank you so much for organizing these calls.
Ji, ma'am.
I have one query regarding the application of B2 visa for my parent and my in-laws. So I'll just give you a little background.
Ji.
So I had come to US on F2 visa, and then I converted myself into F1.
Okay.
And my husband is in US for last 4 years. Unfortunately, in his H1B did not get picked, and then eventually he had to enroll for day one CPT.
Okay.
This year his H1B has been picked up. However, there is some back and forth going on with his company because they are not ready to go ahead and file. So we are still having this discussion with them. So we don't know what's going to happen at that end. Having said that, we wanted to apply B2 visa for both my parents and in-laws because I have my convocation in the month of June and I really wanted them to come. But we read a lot, we spoke to people, and people are saying because of our situation, it is not suggestible that we should apply for that right now.
But one thing, Rushika ji, It's not you who is applying. They are applying for themselves.
Yes, but they will
Okay,
ask about me and my husband, right?
that is correct. And if you are on, first of all, would they ask about CPT? That's not likely. But can they? Sure. And would that become a negative mark against you? It could. It's a little difficult to predict the outcome of such an interview. But it's not you who's applying, they are applying for themselves.
Okay, so is it safe to take that risk, or we should just avoid it for now? Because I have read a lot that once it's rejected, then reapplying and getting it approved becomes more problematic. And I
It's
don't
a,
really
it's a
want to
tough
put.
call, Rashika ji. On the one hand, you want them to be here for your graduation. On the other, you don't want to take the risk of a denial and subsequent difficulty. Toss a coin. It's a, I don't have anything more rational or reasonable for you.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
I
All the
understand.
best.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Rabab, how are you? Rabab Patanwala? Are?
Oh, hi, sir. Sorry.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. Go ahead.
So I forgot to ask two things yesterday.
So, how's
Uh,
your brother, first of all?
he's good.
Uh, Tell me, what can I do for you?
Actually मैंने मई के लिए अप्लाई कर दिया था ऑलरेडी एंड आई एम गेटिंग लाइक my admit for May 11th intake
Yeah.
and I did ask them that can I defer it to June. So
Right.
they said that I-20 will only be um like right now I'll only receive I-20 for May intake and not June yet.
Okay.
So
Well, you know that if there is an RFE,
mhm,
then if government is not able to process your case for the May session, they'll
mhm.
simply send an RFE saying give us another I-20.
Okay.
So it's not the end of the world. That's what they do.
All right. And also, the program is hybrid. So, is will that be an issue?
You are going on to F1, right?
Yes.
You can't take more than 3 credits or one course per semester online.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. All right.
So that's something you have to remember. All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, that is it. Thank you.
All the best. Uh, Bye. Garima ji, go ahead. Garima.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Hello, ma'am.
Sir, I'm currently on H4 status, and
Mhm.
I also started my MS in Fab.
Uh-huh.
I also applied F1 visa in November, so application is still pending. And recently, uh, my H1B also get selected.
Okay.
So, given that my F1 application has already been pending around 5 months, so should I withdraw my F1 application before proceeding the H1B process?
Okay, let's get this. There were 3 visas being bandied
Right.
around. So let's begin from the beginning. How did you enter the United States? H4.
H4, yes. Currently, I'm on H4.
And then you converted or you applied for conversion to F1.
Right, in November, but it's
And
still
that's still pending.
right.
But you kept going to school.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Now you are going to H1.
yes.
Okay. H4 is valid till what date?
It's 2030.
Yeah, withdraw your F. No need for that.
Okay, so should I withdraw F1, right?
Yes.
Okay. One more question. Um, since my master program is actually conducted in evening classes, would I allowed to be continue pursuing full time while on H1 status?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Okay,
All right.
nah, that's it.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Hetwi ji, go ahead. Hetwi. Hetwi.
Yeah. Hi.
पहले अपना
Uh,
ये बताओ, what do they call you here? Hetwi?
yes, they call me Hetvi.
All right, Hetwi, go ahead.
No. At this point, even I've started introducing myself as Hetvi.
Yeah, I refuse to do that. I
Yeah, yeah,
expect
I
people to
agree.
only answer. अगर मेरे को मेरा नाम याद नहीं रख सकते तो मेरे साथ बात भी नहीं कर सकते. So,
Yeah.
but go ahead.
Okay.
How can I help?
Just a little background. I'm also a doctor from India, and I recently matched.
कोई डॉक्टर का सीजन ज्यादा नहीं चल रहा है?
Yeah, probably because match season हो गया अभी तो. But my case is different, as in I came here on B2 visa for my US clinical rotations this last year. And
Externship.
then I,
You did externship, right?
yes,
Observership.
my externships,
Yeah.
yes. And then after doing my externships, I filed for a B2 extension because I was supposed to give my USMLE step 3,
जी.
which can only be given from the US. And I didn't want
हो
to.
गया पास आपका?
हाँ, हो गया.
बहुत मुबारक. That is the tough one, right?
Yeah.
For Indians.
Yeah. Thank you. So the thing is that while I was on my B2 extension, I did give my exam, but I also ended up marrying my 10-year-old boyfriend here. And
Okay.
he
No,
has a,
no. He's not 10-year-old.
no,
He's
not
your
10-year
boy.
old, like we had a 10-year dating period or whatever. But
मतलब 10 साल
हाँ,
पुराना आपने
हाँ,
उठा लिया. ठीक है.
yeah, we were like anyways planning to get married, but I thought we would get married after I begin my residency and everything. But because I didn't want to go down the J1 route, and he
अभी
has a green
एक
card.
सेकंड रुको. आपका B2 एक्सटेंशन पेंडिंग है अभी
हाँ.
और पुराना B2 एक्सपायर हो गया.
30th September को मेरा expire हो रहा था B2 original B2, and then I filed for a B2 extension on 10th September when I realized that the permit that I need for my step 3 that was delayed through the USMLE agency. उनका सब इस साल they changed the platform and then it got delayed. So otherwise I was planning to take it in September only before going back to India. But meanwhile, while I applied for my B2 extension and I was preparing for my exam, visa bulletin and everything moved up. And I decided to marry my boyfriend who has a green card.
अच्छा.
Because I didn't want to go down the J1 route now because it seemed
नहीं,
possible
I
that.
think I think that's a good move. If you are going to get married anyway, might as well do it now.
Yeah, yeah.
आपकी
And
priority date is current right now.
my priority date is. Yeah, I did actually receive my EAD card and
अरे बहुत बढ़िया. फिर तो आप
advance
you're all
parole.
set. Why are you
Um,
calling me? Go party.
yeah, I'm calling you because see, this is my case that I filed for an adjustment of status while I was on my B2 extension.
So what?
And so now since I have my advance parole and EAD combo card, my residency is starting in June. I want to go India, visit
Okay,
my
hold on, hold on,
family.
hold on. I just thought of something.
Hmm.
Yours is not an employment based. Yours is a family based.
Yes.
Family based may you must be in status when you apply,
Hmm.
unless you are married to a US citizen.
Hmm.
And your spouse is not yet a US citizen.
Hmm.
How far away is he from citizenship?
2020 in 2023 he filed for his green card.
So means he'll be 2020. I mean, he got his green card. So
Yeah,
2020.
sorry, he got. Yeah.
See, problem, Doc, is that if your B2 extension is not approved.
No, it is approved now. It came back in.
अच्छा अप्रूव हो गया. अरे फिर
हाँ,
तो
approve आ
दुख
गया.
भरे दिन बीते रहे भैया.
हाँ.
बहुत बढ़िया. चलो, everything is smoothed out. Okay, that's perfect. अच्छा फिर
Yes. So I have my F2A adjustment of stipend.
आपके
Like I.
पास एडवांस parole आया है क्या?
हाँ, advance parole और EAD combo card आया.
यार बहुत लकी हो आप. क्या चल रहा है ये?
हाँ.
क्योंकि एडवांस parole में तो sometimes they take more time than the green card itself.
Yes. So yeah, actually our senator, he helped us out in
हाँ,
fetching an
travel करो.
inquiry.
You can travel, no issue
I
at
can
all.
travel, right?
Yeah,
हाँ.
even if the green card is approved while you're outside USA,
Hmm.
no problem. You come
Hmm.
back using your advance parole.
Hmm.
तो आपको बॉर्डर पे जब आप लैंड करोगे एयरपोर्ट पे, they
Hmm.
will enter you as a green card holder.
Okay. And if I'm still waiting when I come back, मतलब
No
मेरा I-485 pending है, तो what do I have to be aware of? What?
Don't take candy from strangers.
Okay.
मतलब
That
इमिग्रेशन
sounds
में तो
good.
कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
Okay. Because I've heard they take you for the secondary inspection and everything.
अरे सेकेंडरी इंस्पेक्शन में क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
अच्छा, okay,
That is
ठीक है.
just that simply means they want to look at your records, which is all right.
I was honestly just waiting to talk to you before I book my flight tickets.
जाओ,
Thank you.
खूब
Thank
मजा
you
करो.
so much. Thank you.
Everything is great. Very good.
Thank you
Good
so
luck, Doc.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. अरे फोरम घूम घुमा के फिर आ गया आप फोरम
हाँ जी, राजीव जी.
क्या हो गया
Actually, I had a question that I wanted to pose on behalf of a friend, so it did not feel fair doing that during my turn, so I stayed back for it.
That is very sweet of you. जी
So basically, I have a friend. He is working for a company in the USA. He was on a student visa, then he got his OPT and STEM OPT, but his H1B did not get picked. He was working for the company and they were okay with him working remotely. So he moved back to India about a year and a half ago. While he was in India, his company filed for his H1B that got picked last year.
अभी 100,000 लगेगा ना उसको
तो वही है, उसके पास एक्टिव B2 पड़ा है उसका पहले का इंडिया का, जो 10 साल चलता है वो.
Ultimate forum problem पता है क्या है If he enters the United States on a B2 with a preconceived intention to convert to H1B, government can hit him with fraud.
Okay.
ठीक है
He actually wants to quit the job for the company that he's working for. So, like, the question that he mainly wanted to convey to you was that if he is hoping to quit, hold on, let me just, like, if he's hoping to quit the job that has gotten him the H1B, what is like the caveats that he has to take care of? So, he has not gotten his stamping done yet, but he has a August September date to get it done in Chennai. Does he have the option to transfer his H1B to another company if he quits from outside the US?
बहुत मुश्किल है
Okay.
there are cases that have gone the other way okay so that's a long discussion I would just say that bottom line is that's a risky way to go if he wants to do everything by the book and he wants to be safe पहली बात तो ये है कि when he converts to H1B or goes for H1B visa stamping they are going to ask for 100,000
He has the 797B approval and like okay, so got it.
ठीक है तो double check
Okay.
that I think that's where he's going to have a problem okay so let's say that that problem is taken care of for some reason that's not applicable and he's able to enter the United he must be admitted to the US
Okay.
until he's admitted to the US transferring the H1B is going to be a problem
Okay. And after he enters the US again, like if he decides to quit, it's gonna put him in the 60-day thing with the
with
B1,
the
B2
60 day
complication on the other end. Okay.
exactly
Got
exactly
it. All right. And Rajiv ji, one more question if you don't mind.
Jeep go ahead
I wanted to like about my situation. So my like my doubt, another doubt I had was that like I mentioned, one application for my B2 got rejected, and the next one that I filed, there was a 7-day gap between the two. So right now with the B2 pending, does that reduce my chances of getting an approval on the visa?
which visa
Like the B2 visa, because I filed it again outside the grace period by like 8 days
B2 visa
because
नहीं
of the
B2
rejection.
B2 status है right and if
Right.
you're outside the if there's a gap in statuses it's very unlikely they'll give it to you and you are
Okay.
running the 180-day unlawful presence clock which will
Right.
for 3 years so be careful
So, what do you suggest, Rajiv ji? Do you think it is not worth it to hold on and check it out if the B2 thing is going through in the next 2 months? Ki, like, my main concern is that only that the fact that I have already received that, like, so it was
I,
a denial in filing because of the payment error. It was not a rejection for the B2 status.
but they
So
didn't give
they
you a receipt number right
Yeah, they did not give me a receipt number. They just sent me the notice telling me to resubmit and try to attempt payment again because
and
there was
it
an issue with
actually
the
it
payment.
actually also tells you this is not a filing
Right, yes.
sure not that you filed late for MG
Okay, so then what do you think, Rajiv ji? It is
I
not.
think I think it's highly conjectural very unlikely you're going to get smooth sailing but the mind of a monkey with a gun and the mind of USCIS nobody can predict
Okay, got it. All right. Thank you
बंदर
so much, Rajiv ji.
बंदर के हाथ में बंदूक थमा रखा है
वो तो अभी.
all right Shubham ji I can see you आप क्यों बोल रहे हो I can you said I couldn't see you I can see you I can see your hand raised Shubham
Oh, sorry.
when I was looking at the participants list, I was like, मेरा हाथ ही नहीं दिख रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों.
You're
Uh,
too brilliant for yourself. That's the problem. You're trying too hard. By the way, I
Thanks,
am
Rajiv.
going to ask. I see that MJ put her hand down. Acha, she's back again. I know that somebody else couldn't get their hand up.
Rajiv ji, I think this is MJ.
Aha,
I don't know.
I'll get to you. Don't worry. After we are done, we are going to ask people who are not able to raise their hands also. ठीक
Oh,
है?
अच्छा वो I don't know वो कैसे वो lower हो गया मेरा hand.
And no problem. So we'll get to you. अरे आराम करो, बातचीत करो इधर उधर. चाय का कप बना लो एक. शुभम जी, go ahead.
Yeah, राजीव जी, मेरा December 1 पे ले ऑफ हुआ था एंड मैंने B2 पे एप्लीकेशन चेंज फाइल किया था. देन उस पे RFE आया. देन RFE का मैंने रिस्पॉन्स दिया और वो रिस्पॉन्स डिनाई हो गया. उसमें उन्होंने बोला कि आप एक और पिटिशन फाइल कर सकते हो, but you should have a legal precedent or statute or something, not an appeal of sorts, but some sort of उसका एक
No,
फॉर्म नंबर
what
था.
they say is you can file a motion to reopen, but you can't file an appeal.
Yeah, and it's like I-290B करके एक फॉर्म होता है.
Motion to
तो
reopen,
is it
reconsider. वो तीनों का एक ही फॉर्म होता है. Motion to reopen, reconsider, appeal.
worth doing that? Like आपको लगता है? Because मेरा reason
No, you have
वही
the
है
180
कि
day. You have the 180 day running. Don't take a chance with that.
and when do I have to leave then? Because मुझे ये
See,
पता नहीं है उन्होंने.
okay, first of all, did you file your B2 within the grace period?
Yeah, I filed it on Jan 29, which was like 59 days. So it was within the grace period.
So make sure that is true, because if you filed it within the grace period, then unlawful presence begins to run, let's say the day of the denial.
Yeah.
Okay. तो वहां से 180 दिन शुरू हो जाता है.
Okay, so now I have 180 days from here. I see. I thought हर जगह ये लिखा है कि आपको immediately निकलना है.
नहीं.
I
You
was
are.
very.
No, you don't have a grace period.
Mhm.
Let's not misunderstand the role of the 180 days. The way it works is, nothing automatically bad happens to you until 180 days. However, you are deportable and you are also unlawfully present.
Got it.
180 days
And
is simply the automatic disaster where the piano falls on you.
तो अगर मैं अभी निकलता हूँ मान लो 1 महीने में और मेरे पास B2 वीजा है, मैं फिर से आता हूँ, तो वो मुझे डिनाई कर सकते हैं because they already have a rejection, right? तो border पे वो.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings. That B2 visa is automatically cancelled.
Oh, I see. Just because they denied my move.
Yes. There's a section of law called section 222G. जैसे
Yeah.
221G मिलता है ना, तो ये 222G says if you have overstayed your I-94, your visa is automatically cancelled.
पर मेरा I-94 तो H1B वाला 28 तक है. 2028 तक.
That could be an interesting angle. Nevertheless, I wouldn't take a chance with it, and if I did, I would like to test it from a port closer to home, see if they
Yeah.
let you in. Okay.
No, but that gives me clarity कि मुझे सब settle up करके जाना है instead of
Settle करके
keeping
जाओ और
things.
222G को एक बार पढ़ लो. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Rajiv ji. Thank you so
All
much.
the best. Shrikant ji, go ahead, Shrikant ji.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Thank you very much. I've been listening to your calls from last 20 years.
I've been doing it for 30.
Yeah, no. So very sad. I need to talk about Dry Valley University case.
Oh yeah, I remember
You
that.
you remember, and you are the most involved person at
Yeah,
that
that was
time.
about 20 years back, wasn't it?
2011,
Yeah,
2011, 10.
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years ago. So I worked for 6 months for Tri Valley, and when it got shut down, I changed my status to F2. My wife was in
So the
F1.
government didn't have any criminal case against you.
No, the ICE people came to my house and they verified the status that I applied for change of status, and they said if it is approved, you can stay, and if it is denied, you have to leave the country. And I received NOID. Then the day I received NOID later, I left the country and I
Okay.
worked. I worked for 2 years in India, and by the time my wife got residency here, and I came back on H4 visa,
Mhm.
then I applied for H1B. Um,
Are you with the group of students who came to my home also?
I think so. Yeah, I came. I think. Yeah.
I think,
So
yeah, I think
yeah, I did, Rajuji. I've been listening. I've been listening to your calls, and I'm seeing your face.
sure.
Like you know.
Mhm.
So my question is, Rajuji, like I from 2013, I'm good. Like I've been employed. Changed a couple of employers. My priority
H1B pay, Srikanji?
H1B pay,
Good.
and my priority date my filing action date was current in 2021. My employer applied I-485. I got EAD and I renewed EAD also, and
Mhm.
now my final action date is current. And in between these 13 years, I've been to India two times, and I did go for H1B stamping. There was no issues. But my question is, when they're reviewing my final step, it that does Trivali will trigger back.
I see there is nothing negative about you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have received all these visas. And I personally don't think you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
but only my other question is like in case I'm like most unlucky person, and in case
So
if
here is
something.
what you can do, Shrikant. If you want to create a backup plan,
Mm-hmm.
apply for Form I-824 to convert your adjustment of status to consular processing.
Oh, okay.
By the time they get to it, it'll be 8, 10 months down the road, maybe
Right.
more. Okay. So either your H1B, your 485 is approved, or it is denied saying, oh, you have a bad history, go through consular processing. They can't stop your green card. They can simply stop your adjustment of status. If the adjustment is approved, you can withdraw the pending 824, no problem.
Okay. So, but my current employer
That's
attorney, I
something
don't.
you have to do, not the employer.
Oh, I need to do. But I need to tell my attorney, right?
Yes, of course. You
I have.
never do anything without checking with your lawyer.
So, sorry, one more question is like if
You tell
something
them, you tell
yeah,
them that this old guy told you that if you want to create a backup option, because they can't deny your green card based upon any of the negative history, but they can deny your adjustment of status because it is a discretionary benefit. They can say, Arey, we don't like your history, we're not going to give you 485. Go through consular processing. If you start at that time, it might take you many, many months, maybe over a year to get the 824 approved. So might as well file it now.
okay, okay. Thank you. And one following question, like let's say if something happens to my application, my wife is, I'm still on H1B with my employer. It is still approved
Keep that
till,
renewed. Okay, don't ever let that go.
yeah, till it is approved recently, 2028 tak hai,
Mhm.
end of 2028. My wife is also parallelly on H1B. She's a doctor, and her priority date is in early 2016. Let's say my case, something happened to my 485 in a worst case scenario.
Mhm.
Can can i can she file for me also in when her filing action.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, uh, when you are married to somebody who is in the green card process through employment, you can jump onto their green card anytime, as long as you were married when their green card is approved.
Okay.
Okay. There are many, many options. And even after she gets her green card, she can file a second green card simultaneously for you as a member of her family.
Okay.
And that is also pretty quick. So therefore, you have plenty of options. Don't worry. You want to be even paranoid, just file the 824. Don't want to let it be, because your wife can always file for you. That's not an issue. All
Okay,
right.
did you see any Trivali cases
Now, all
rejected?
Triveni cases I've gone through, I had one guy call me, but then his case got cleared also.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm in touch with many of those students.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very
All the
much for
best,
your
Jay.
help.
All the
Thank you.
best. By aap log na don't mind. Let me take MJ because she got knocked out of the queue. She'd been waiting for a very long time. MJ, go ahead. I'll take you next.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. So my question is, मेरा कोई layoff and B2 वाला case है, and it's been pending for 5.5 months.
This
guy right behind me is also gay. And
yeah, please guys keep yourselves muted. हाँ जी, MD
हाँ
keep.
तो वो 5.5 months से pending है.
Mhm.
So there's only 15 days left on the current requested period.
Mhm.
So actually thinking of filing a B1 based on, the advice you've been sharing. And also, I have applied for like some conferences to attend. So I want to like include that as a reason. And to have a backup plan, I want to prepare my O1 petition. I just need a couple more criteria. I have like 3 of them already. So is that a valid plan? And cover letter may, can I just mention
देखो
कि
ऐसा let's look at the analogy of a building.
okay.
So there can never be a building where the first floor is destroyed and the second floor stays.
Mhm.
By the same token, if the B2 is denied, B1 will not stay.
Mhm.
You can apply for it, but remember it's the second floor.
Right.
ठीक है? अच्छा. O1 का advantage ये है, if you win the O1, even if you're outside USA, first you will get your appointment rather quickly.
Appointment for O1 stamping, you mean?
Yes. If you're
Huh.
outside USA and you end up leaving, but you apply for O1 even while you're outside the US, if it is approved, you get appointment fairly quickly.
Correct.
So O1 has all the advantages.
Correct.
B1 is probably not going to work, but go ahead and file it. No harm in trying.
Acha. Probably not going to work. Matlab it might
क्योंकि
not
वो
get
फर्स्ट
approved.
फ्लोर चला जाएगा ना, B2 निकल जाएगा आपका. They're going to deny the B2.
Oh, for sure.
कोई आप बहुत लकी हैं, कोई बहुत ही आपका ऊपर अप्रोच लगा है तो डिफरेंट है. Probably get denied.
Acha. Okay. So you're saying like the B2 will probably get denied, which makes the B1 also invalid, but
Because that's the second floor. I mean, you need the bridge to combine the two.
so you're saying like, but the O1 might get approved and then I'll have to do the consular processing.
You have a much better route through O1 if you qualify. O1 की कोई guarantee नहीं. I had an O1 denied last week. The guy was from the Nobel Prize winning lab.
Oh,
एक
wow.
lab है उसमें Nobel Prize physics की lab है.
Hmm.
Quantum physicist हैं वो. So I was shocked. I mean, this guy was so fully qualified, but this is the way it works. You never know with O1s. You can never predict. Okay, तो
Acha.
उसको ये मत सोचना, खाना खाना मत छोड़ देना अगर O1 अप्रूव नहीं हुआ तो.
Acha. Okay. But if I don't want to take the chance of, matlab, you're saying कि B2 might get denied regardless whether I extend it or not.
Look, I'm not God. I can only play the odds. जैसा
हाँ
लग
हाँ
रहा
हाँ.
है, they are just looking for an excuse to deny. And I've also advised people to file a lawsuit. 10, 12, 15, 20 लोग इकट्ठे होकर lawsuit करो इनके ऊपर.
हाँ, कोई है क्या आपके, मतलब आपके पास आए है क्या?
Yeah, just drop me an email. I'll refer you out.
Okay, yeah, I will do that. So, but if I want to like extend my stay here and figure out all these backup options, that's still a better chance,
Well,
right?
if you happen to fall in love with a US citizen, that would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So like, but B1 filing B1 I-539 is still okay, right? While B2
No,
is still
filing
pending.
is okay, but expecting is not.
Okay. Or usme should I mention ki the reason is I'm attending the conferences plus I'm also waiting for B2?
Always tell the truth. Don't try to play games with the government. Never do that.
But I shouldn't say ki I'm doing this for O1, right? I should just say these are the activities I'm planning to do.
Yeah, but these are the activities. Plus, you're looking for a job, right? Both of them are correct, right? So.
Oh, okay. So I should say on B2 so far, I did like tourist activities, but going forward, I'm going to look
ये
for a
मैं नहीं
job.
कहता, because even when I file B2, I tell them I'm going to look for a job. So far I've never had a problem. आपने नहीं बोला है तो आप अभी बोल सकते हो. MJ, this is a little bit difficult for me to cover because there are so many other ancillary issues. But the bottom line is O1 is your best bet. B2 is probably going to get denied. B1 is okay, but it probably won't work.
Okay, so do you recommend filing through you, like through a lawyer, or just
I
filing?
can't make miracles happen. I can only do the best with the facts that we do have.
Okay, so but it's slightly better, right, through a lawyer?
I can definitely do a better job than you can. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, okay. So who should I reach out to, Rajiv ji, for this?
Anna is in South Africa. Just वही हमारे सुमन जी से पूछ लीजिए. SUMAN suman@immigration.com.
Okay.
सुमन जी से पूछ लीजिए. ठीक है?
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv ji.
Best. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for your patience, guys. Sandeep ji, go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv. Thank you for doing this. So I pinged you in the LinkedIn, Rajiv. I'm in the process of filing a change of status to
Why
B1
do you look familiar, Sandeep?
because last time भी मैं आया था तो आपने ये
हाँ.
मेरे hairs के वजह से आपने
अमिताभ बच्चन हेयर स्टाइल यार. Now I know.
exactly तो
अच्छा.
इसके वजह से आपको ये familiar लग रहा हो correct.
हाँ. बोलिए संदीप जी.
हाँ, आई एम इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइलिंग दिस B1 सर. सो मैं वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स प्रिपेयर कर रहा था. देन आई नोटिस कि मेरा CBP का जो I-94 है उसमें जो मेरा डेट मेंशन है अंटिल डेट वो सितंबर 2025 है. बट मेरा जो I-7A है, I-797A है, राइट, तो उसमें मेरा जो डेट है वो फरवरी 2027.
संदीप एक सेकंड. आपका 797 is more recent than the CBP one, right?
राइट एग्जैक्टली.
So that is the one that counts.
तो सर मैं अभी सबमिट करूंगा तो मैं बस ये I-797 सबमिट करना सही रहेगा या बस I-94 का मेरे को वहां से ऑनलाइन से भी जनरेट करके वो भी डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट करना पड़ेगा?
You just need this 797.
ओके. एंड सर व्हाइल सबमिटिंग दीज डॉक्यूमेंट्स राइट, जो पर्पस ऑफ स्टेटमेंट होगा उसमें जैसे आप बोलते हैं अपफ्रंट रहने के लिए कि आई एम लुकिंग फॉर अ जॉब. एंड लास्ट टाइम भी सर मैंने ये सबमिट किया था एंड इट गॉट अप्रूव बिकॉज फर्स्ट कंपनी से सेम आई वेंट थ्रू सेम थिंग. सो डू आई नीड टू मेंशन दैट आल्सो? आई हैव गॉन थ्रू दिस अर्लियर एज वेल एंड इट गॉट अप्रूव.
That's not going to help. It's like bringing up a divorce when you're getting married again. उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं.
राइट एग्जैक्टली. जब तक पूछ नहीं रहे तब तक बताने की जरूरत नहीं.
बिल्कुल. Don't talk about your ex-spouse. Not worth it.
Okay. And sir, one another question is like small question is like my fiance is applied for because हम या आपसे हमने consultation लिया था.
अच्छा, पहली बात तो I thank you very much for not saying my partner. Okay. ये जब भी पार्टनर की बात करते हैं I'm thinking किराने की दुकान.
Okay. I can understand. No. So it's about my fiance sir. So we had a consultation with you. So she actually applied for some of the colleges and she got the acceptance letter. But because of my this situation, so आपने suggest किया था कि first come like apply for H4 visa and then after she is here change of status करने के लिए F1 पे.
That's
But
very
now,
good advice. Whoever gave you is very very smart.
so thank you to you sir. So but now situation is कि अब मेरा ये process है तो उसका H4 का appointment हम खोज रहे हैं but वो जा भी नहीं सकती because I don't have a valid H1B and जब तक मेरा ये नया job नहीं मिल जाता. So what I was thinking sir, can she go for a F1? What do you hear from community F1?
अभी she is in India ना?
Right, she is in India sir.
But she had a 2-year gap between her college and employment. She did 2 years of employment, right?
No sir. She's like fresh. First time she came in B2 visa. She went off just घूमने के लिए आई थी. Sir US में उसने कुछ अभी तक नहीं किया. So first time अभी
India में is she doing a job or is she still out?
Yeah, she's doing a job in India.
How long has she been in job?
So it's been sir 6-7 years.
हाँ तो उसमें see it's very difficult to convince the government that you are a genuine student. आप 6-7 साल के बाद में ऐसी कौन सी आपकी आत्मा जाग गई और going back to school?
Right, exactly. तो वेट करना बेटर होगा जब तक मेरा ये सिचुएशन क्लियर ना हो जाए एंड देन अगेन कम.
देखो ऐसा है संदीप, अगर वो रिफ्यूज भी हो जाता है F1 as long as it is not refused on any fraudulent ground, there's no harm in trying.
Okay.
But there should be a valid reason why you want to go back to school.
Right. Okay,
Don't
understood.
make it up, make it genuine. Don't try to create stories. मिलता है नहीं मिलता कोई बात नहीं. It won't impact the H4.
H4, right? Okay, understood sir.
तो कोशिश करके
Thank you so much sir. Yeah, that's the only two things.
एक चीज और भी, आप ईस्ट कोस्ट पे हो वेस्ट कोस्ट पे हो?
मैं सर ईस्ट कोस्ट में जॉर्जिया में हूँ मैं.
तो फिर उनको ये भी कह सकते हो कि कनाडा का वीजा भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो. If
Okay,
she wants
okay,
to go to school in Canada, she can go to school in Canada.
okay. So
फिर
Canada का
H4 करवा के यहाँ ले आना, और यहाँ से मिलना भी आसान हो जाएगा.
ओके ओके कनाडा का सर टूरिस्ट वीजा की बात कर रहे हो
नहीं,
राइट?
मैं सोच रहा था स्टूडेंट वीजा करवा लो कनाडा का.
कनाडा का
Education is
स्टूडेंट वीजा
also a
ओके
lot
ओके
cheaper in Canada.
ओके ओके या गॉट इट सर अंडरस्टूड ओके दैट्स अ गुड पॉइंट ओके थैंक यू
मिलना
सर
के साथ मिलते रहो, पड़ोसी बन जाओगे ना, तो मिलते
हाँ
रहो.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली सर ओके ओके थैंक यू सो मच सर ओके सर थैंक यू सो मच टेक केयर
All the best ji. Divina ji, go ahead, Divina. Or do they call you Divina?
No, they call me Davina.
Divina, all right. Divina ji, tell me, what can I
Uh,
do for you?
so I have an approved I-140 from my current employee. I just had a very quick question. If I do change my employee and they are starting the whole new green card process, though my date will remain current, what if my new employee does not do a green card process for any reason? Would I still be able to extend my H-1B beyond the 6 years?
If the priority date is not current
Mm-hmm.
and your I-140 stayed approved for 180 days,
Okay.
you can extend your H-1B beyond 6 years with any employer.
Okay, sounds good. So it won't be that I have to leave the country and they have to get me on an L1 or something that sort.
No.
Okay, and so now currently I am on my H1B, but I had a whole thing where my passport expiry was way soon, so it's expiring in 2027. So my I-94 was also given to me only till that date. Now, if I go, I'm planning for a trip to India. So if I go to India and with my new passport and I come back with the old passport and the old stamp, it should be fine even if I get a new job and I go to India, right? So I have a new job, I have a new passport and my old stamp.
Yes, because the new passport and the old passport can be carried together.
Okay.
The old passport has the stamp, the new passport has the validity. So
Okay.
this is done all the time, not a problem at all.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Shashank ji, go ahead. Shashank.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. So I have a situation. So I just wanted to have your updates on the situation. So I was laid off in March 2025, and I got my H1 picked in 2024. And I petitioned for a B2 just to have some extra time, and I got it approved until October of last year. And I was thinking actually to go back to be on the safer side, but then suddenly the 100K rule came in, and I just wanted to stay in US. So I just found a consulting employer, and they filed for a non-premium H1B change of status from B2, and it's still pending now. And it's my 6th month. So actually, like I was told, like I will be given like there might be three different scenarios with my case. I might get a I-797A or I-797B or an RFE. So in the like I was told that like the decision for each of these three scenarios might take a 6 months gap.
Okay, Shashank, 1 second.
Yes.
When you filed the H1B, you were still in B2 status.
Yes, that's right.
So there is no question that you are entitled to a 797A.
Okay.
So I would remove the 797B as a possibility.
Oh, so there might be a chance of RFE.
You get an RFE maybe, and
Okay.
you should get a 797A, but 797B should not be a possibility because you were in status when you applied.
Okay. Got it, Rajiv ji. Okay. So actually generally as per my knowledge, Rajiv ji, so whenever we do a change of employer in H1B, so like when we get a receipt notice from them, we are technically employed with a new company, and like we can
No,
they can
that's
run the
called
payroll.
H1B portability. It can only apply if you have existing H1B status. If you are
Okay.
not, if you don't have H1B status in hand right now, you can't
Yeah.
start working with a new employer.
Okay. But like my consulting employer was saying that like because of the Trump 2.0, maybe like it might be viable to start running a payroll since the date when you got a receipt notice. So I just wanted to
No,
hear.
no, that's illegal.
Okay.
Don't do that. All right.
Okay, Rajiv. So until I get a
Just
decision of
tell them if you want me on the payroll quicker, just premium process my H1B.
okay, so so when I get premium processing, so that is the date when I'm supposed to start a payroll.
Exactly, not before that.
Okay.
All right.
So okay, Rajiv. So like if I get an
Koshanji,
RFE,
you're gonna have to cut it short, okay? Make it the last question.
yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. Like if I get an RFE, I might be having a response time of 90 days. So like in the future, like if I like in the worst case, like let's say if I went to India and like can I come to US in future, maybe like on a H4 visa or
Yes.
something
Why
like
not?
this?
You haven't done anything illegal.
Okay. So like if I get an RFE, like I'm supposed to be on the payroll, right?
No. Who said that?
Like
You can't be
okay,
on the payroll until H1B is approved.
okay.
All right. All the
Yeah,
best.
got it, Rajiv. Yeah, thank you so much, Rajiv.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Vivek Singh ji, go ahead. Vivek Singh.
Hello, sir.
Hello ji.
So thank you for all this. My question is regarding my wife. Me and my wife are permanent residents. She has been in India and she's close to hitting 180 days in about 3 weeks. So if she stays for more than 180 days, while she's a permanent resident, will this cause any issue due to
Yeah.
discontinuity in her stay in the USA for purposes of naturalization?
Yes. It has
While
multiple issues.
I, as the husband,
Multiple,
I am living here.
multiple issues, Vivek ji. Number one, if she's outside USA for 1 year, she loses her green card automatically.
No, sir, this is about this is
No, no,
180 days, more than one.
I'm
Yeah.
just starting.
Okay, sure.
Listen to what I'm saying. 1 year she loses her green card. If she's outside for 6 months, when she comes back, she'll go through secondary inspection.
Okay.
They will ask her, why were you gone so long? Are you really a permanent resident? She has to present her case and
Hmm.
explain that this was a temporary visit and it was extended, whatever the reasons are. And oh, by the way, my husband is in the United States. Okay.
Hmm.
Number three, for naturalization, whenever there is a gap of 6 months or more, they want detailed reasoning why you were gone for that long.
Okay.
That's
Um,
how it works.
yeah, so her reasons has been related to some health matters,
Her
um,
own health,
her own health. Yes. So
and
she,
she's is she under active treatment of a medical doctor?
yeah, so she fell ill um, during this period, and she also had to go to Mumbai for some treatment. That treatment also
It
continued
is
for.
not something Ayurvedic type. If it is a
No. This is like she had to go through some procedure in a big,
no,
well-known hospital in
I think
Mumbai.
that's a good reason and a good way to explain. You
Okay,
should be okay with that, but carry documentation sufficient to show, such as hospital bills, drug bills, letter from the doctor explaining the condition. As long
right.
as she has all that, she should be okay.
Yeah, I would say, all this process took, I would say, 3-4 months, which is pushing her beyond the 180 days. I mean,
That's your good faith compliance. आपने तो कोशिश करी, but she got stuck with it. ठीक है?
right. Okay. Uh,
So,
Follow-up question is that, once she'll be back to the US, she wants to file a re-entry permit and then leave back to India.
because
Uh,
she's got ongoing treatment.
she has ongoing treatment, more processes need to happen.
Okay.
So
So
if she
yeah,
comes back
that
here,
should be okay, Vivek ji.
that like
So
can she leave before?
what she can do is normally
Mhm.
what they do is, unless they already have her biometrics, which may or may not be there, when she applies for re-entry permit, 5 to 8 weeks later they schedule her for a biometrics
Biometric?
appointment.
Yeah.
So she has to either come back for that or be in the US for that.
Okay. So she can leave even before the biometric has been completed for her. But
Sure, sure.
okay. And she can come back for the biometric and then leave again.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. This is very helpful. Thank you. Uh,
All good.
if you have another minute, I wanted to
I have
ask one follow-up question.
a few seconds, please.
Yeah. Okay. So she's born in Nepal,
Mhm.
and when she comes here, we have to get her passport renewed in USA. She could do it in India also, but do you anticipate any problems in getting her passport renewed in USA? Or
I don't practice on the Indian side, so I don't.
okay,
But if she has
yeah.
an Indian passport, no matter where she
Hmm.
was born,
Hmm.
getting it renewed is the same as everybody else's, as far as I know. But I don't practice on the Indian side, so I don't really know.
Right, right. Okay, okay.
Just talking about common sense, which may have nothing to do with law. Okay,
Yeah. Okay,
that's the main.
okay, okay.
Take care. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Rushil ji, go ahead. Rushil Shalat.
Yeah, hello, Rajiv ji, कैसे हो?
Good, sir.
Okay, I have a question. Like, I'm currently a master's STEM student, which is graduating in May 26, and I got an employer, and I just got they had applied for my lottery requested, and I got selected in that lottery. So this year, so could you guide me, like, what would be the appropriate timeline for me for the H1B filing, and whether I
पहले
can?
ये बताओ कि आपकी what is your bachelor's degree?
I am doing my master's over here
What
in
is your
MBA.
bachelor's degree in? That's the question.
Yeah, I did my marine engineering, and then I was working, and after I was
One
working.
second, just थोड़ा slow down यार. Don't इतना जल्दी मत करो. Marine engineering. What did you do for masters?
Masters in MBA Business Statistics.
Business statistics. Okay. And when you applied for H1B lottery, which SOC code did you select?
So, SOC, so that was not been told to me by the lawyers of the employer, but my CIP code was 52.1302.
But what is the job title for that?
So that would be like something in the management
Okay.
analyst or something.
So the reason I ask all these questions is if you are qualifying for the H1B based upon your master's degree, your degree must be finished by the time you apply for your H1B. And the deadline for that is June 30th.
Right. That is, I'm be done.
So if your degree will be done, doesn't you don't have to actually get the degree, but your degree requirement should be done.
Yes. So
If
I'll
you
be
are
graduating in May 15th.
so if you are able to do that, no problem. You're all
Yeah.
set.
Okay. So, so those consideration and requirement, is there any something specialty for that filing process or something?
So I don't know your case, but as far as applying for an H1B based upon a master's degree that is still being processed, you shouldn't have any problem because you're graduating in May.
Okay, okay.
ठीक है?
Thank you for that. And one more question is that related to my family. Like my wife and child had applied for an F2 visa, but they got a refusal under Section 214B.
वो H4 में कोई problem नहीं होगा उनको.
Okay, okay. So,
So
and they had a
214B does not apply to H.
okay. And sir, the thing was like they visited last year and they have done it before also. For 2 months they had visited me. So and they'll be getting an expiry of that visa on November 2026. So I'm not sure that I'll be able to travel with the things which are going on right now. So if they want to visit me back here for short durations, so should I apply for the visitors visa for them?
एक बार डिनाई हो गया दोबारा तो बहुत मुश्किल है मिलना रुशिल जी.
सर वो F2 वीजा डिनाइड हुआ था ना, ये तो विजिटर वीजा का
वो
पूछ रहा
एक
हूँ.
ही बात है सब एक ही
अच्छा, एक
214
ही है.
तो
ओके.
214B applies to B visas, J visas, F visas.
Okay, so I think what you suggest is like I wait for my
Yeah,
H1B approval, and after that apply for their H4, and on that
that's it.
basis they apply. Okay, got that, sir.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Thank you.
All the best, Ji.
Yeah, take care.
Santoshi ji, go ahead, Santoshi.
Hello.
Santoshi.
Hello. Yeah. Hi,
Yes,
sir. Are you able? Am I audible?
I can hear you. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, my situation is like we filed our I-1 I-485 in April 2022 GC, and after that, after short period, our dates were retrogressed, and again now dates were current, sir. So we can we do anything to expedite the process?
No.
No.
Next question.
Kind of service request, congressman, those kind of no.
No.
And one more question, sir. Our 693 form was expired. So can we send without RFE those?
That's what I would do, because maximum they can do is throw it in the garbage. What do I care? I'll supply it again if necessary. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
okay.
So that means we can send unsolicited
Yeah, I
medicals.
would send it even if they can't use it or they don't use it or they lose it. Okay. Send me
Don't.
an
Oh,
RFE, I'll send you.
because of that, there is no issue.
No issue. All right.
No, sir, do you have any idea where can we send based on address and those kind?
Same address where you got the receipt from.
485 receipt. Okay, yeah.
And
Right.
485J, we have.
And sir, one more quick dot. And we have on 485J, we still have fees waiver kind of status. So for that one, do we need to do anything?
What do you mean fees waiver? 485J has no fees, right?
I'm not sure, sir. One second. My husband will explain you
I'm
clearly.
pretty sure there's no fees, but I don't know for sure actually. The team takes care of all those details, but I don't think there's a fees on 485J.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
This is Ramakrishna, her husband.
Pati
We
Parmeshwar.
have applied in 2022, and 485J still it is showing as a fees waived status. Initially, the status whatever it
No,
has.
but there is no fees for 485J anyway. I don't know what that means.
Okay. And is it something we need to submit
Yeah, you can do a service request for that.
service request?
Yeah, just say, what is the status of my 485J? You've been sitting on it for a while.
It
There is
was
X
say
or
the status is showing as fees were waived.
yeah, no, it should be approved or not. Okay.
It's a bona fide
Yeah, go ahead and
reemployment.
put a service request.
Okay.
All the best, Ji.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
You're,
sir.
you're welcome, ma'am. Vishal ji, go ahead. Vishal.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Hello, sir.
I just talked to my lawyer, and I talked to you previously about my B2 application. I think they have already filed it, so they cannot do my B1 now.
अभी आपका स्टेटस अब कभी एक्सपायर हो रहा है आपका
18th, Saturday.
So that means you have until Monday to file again.
Okay.
Because if the last day of a deadline falls over the weekend, next Monday or next working days, the deadline.
Okay. I think they have already sent the documents.
No, this is what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
You talk to them and you say, look, prepare a B1 package. I will file it online myself.
Okay. Okay.
Once you file that, you can withdraw your B2.
So I can do that.
Why not?
Okay, got it. Also, I wanted your recommendation on this. The lawyer that I am was consulting to, he asked me that I get a flight ticket booked to show like
मैं
a.
तो नहीं करवाता विशाल जी. Okay, because it's yeah, technically it's a good thing, but putting in so much money and for somebody who's already here in the US, it's not like I'm coming from abroad for a trip and I have a return ticket.
No, since
मैं नहीं करता हूँ. I can't say
Got
that
it.
it's a bad idea or a good idea, but I would
So
follow
I
the
was
law.
asking this because since B2 applications are getting a lot of rejection these days, proving some documents that helps me fix
Yeah,
those
मैं
things.
तो नहीं करता जी. I don't
If
know.
let's say if for sure I get a rejection or like an RFE on my B2 application, would it be easy to prove?
See, what I do is I'll tell them, look, this is much money I've got in the bank.
Mhm.
And because there is no point I am going to look for a job. I told you I'm looking for a job.
Mhm.
There is no point in buying a ticket until I know for sure I'm getting a B2 or not. तो
Got it.
मेरे पास पैसे हैं, I'll buy it if you tell me to. But that's the way I do it. I won't say that is the right way or the wrong way. So far, it's worked for me.
So इसके अलावा मेरे पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है ना सर, राइट? लाइक apart from B2 I don't have any other choice, right
Same
now.
thing I told MJ. Fall in love with a US citizen.
I'll try, sir. I'll try.
Get on it right away.
No. But that's all I wanted to ask. Thank you so much, sir.
You're
Have a good
welcome,
one.
Vishalji. All the best. Madhurji, go ahead. Madhurji.
Hello, Rajiv ji.
Hello,
So
sir.
I had a question. So my employer, so I got a EB1B approved. I got my green card in hand.
Very
Quick
nice.
question: Can I still do part-time job if needed, like on weekends?
When was your EB1B approved?
A month ago, but I'm not leaving this job.
Oh, you want a second job? Oh,
Second.
absolutely. Go for it.
Okay.
No problem.
Because this is I mean I don't plan to leave this job until they are keeping me.
हाँ हाँ नहीं नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक
But
है.
I wanted to know if
You can definitely do a second job, no problem.
okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All the best, G. Harsh G, go ahead. Harsh.
Hello, hi sir. Just following up on my last doubt, just to give you a quick recap, I was laid off on H1B. And while I was on H1B, I was also doing an online MBA course with a D1 CPT college. So in my grace period, I'm planning to switch from H1B to F1
Yeah, to
once again.
F1. Yeah, we talked about
Yeah,
that. Remember. Yeah.
right, right.
Mhm.
So my doubts are that if I go for normal processing, right? Let's say it takes about 8 to 12 months for it to get like approved, and during that time can I stay in USA and like search for a new job while it is still pending?
See, stay is okay, but the problem is, how do you make this happen? Because you're going to see, if I were you, Harshi, I would premium
Yes.
process the F, convert to F,
Hmm.
start going to school, and then start looking for a job.
Okay.
Okay, and
But
that's the
my
better.
goal is like not to do that. So I was thinking to go just for normal processing, and then while that is still
That's
pending, search for a
last
new
my
job.
advice. I gave it to you.
Okay, got it, got it. And let's say if I get a new H1B employer, right? Uh, will I have to like withdraw the F1 separately once it is approved, or like?
Yeah, once you get your H1B approved immediately, I actually put in a letter in the H1B package itself that I hereby withdraw if you
Okay,
get rid of my H1B with a change of status.
okay. And if my F1 is not approved by then, let's say if I immediately get an H1B job, what do I do in that case? Will I
Withdraw it.
still have to withdraw the F1?
Yeah, always.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All the best. Acha,
Thanks.
Vishal ji, Vivek ji, I'll give you 30 seconds each more. I'm running out of steam. Go ahead, please.
सर सर मेरा डाउट यही था कि मतलब इज इट अ स्टैंडर्ड टू गेट लाइक अ रिजेक्शन इफ यू फाइल लाइक an RFE if you file for your H1B transfer under B1 B2 like in current situation?
If the B1, B2 is approved, no issue. But if the B1 is B2 is pending and
Mm-hmm.
you apply for an H1B, these days the fashion is you are getting RFE on both H1B and B1, B2 both.
Okay. Okay. So we can't file for the withdrawal of our B2 application, which is pending when we transfer our H1B.
I just told the other gentleman also, once the H1B is approved, or you can send in a letter along with the H1B package that I hereby withdraw if my H1B is approved.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
If the H1B is approved, if the H1B is not approved or RFE, then no
Then
such thing.
please continue to process my B2.
Got it. Okay. Thank you so much.
All the
That's all.
best. Vivek ji, go ahead. 30 seconds, please.
So this is a question for my sister. She couldn't get in your call.
Mhm.
Um, Her 485 has been filed together with her husband's as employment-based green card petition.
Okay. नहीं
In
विवेक
the petition,
हर्ष जी और नहीं करूंगा मैं I'm just getting tired. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Vivek ji.
so her I-485 is pending, and she is concerned that she got a traffic ticket, but she paid a fine, and
Okay.
there are
Just the
questions.
fine. Was it a criminal charge of any kind?
It wasn't a criminal charge, it was just a fine that typically comes with a traffic
But no,
ticket.
but did she get reckless? Did she get driving while intoxicated? What kind of a ticket was it?
It was like her car moved very maybe violently without hitting anyone because there was some stone on the road, and so some traffic police gave
So
gave
I
her
will
a
need
ticket.
a little bit more information. Have her talk to her 485 lawyers. Doesn't look like a big deal to me, but have it double checked. Don't take it for granted.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I would convey that.
All
Okay.
the best, Ji.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. I'll see you again next Thursday. Everybody stay well. See you all. Let me stop this कैसे करते इसको